J Squad.
We gotta find. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. That's the first clue. We gotta find. That's the first clue. That's the first clue.
Yo, what's going on? Man, what a night. A little bit late tonight, but we're going to get in. Talk about some commentary of the GTA 6 and how the Antiwokes are already coming at it. I guess a few days ago even, they were when the delay came out, they were starting to say that it was woke for being that. Let's get some stuff pulled up here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, there I am. I'm gonna play some Oblivion in the background while I watch some of these videos as we go through. Boom, boom, boom. As always, let me make sure. Window caption, there we're gonna go. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. First one we're watching is Atreus. First one we're watching is Atreus. He looks like he was one of the first ones to talk about it. Boom. And his video. Rumor, the real reason GTA 6 was delayed. So we'll start there. Move our way on. Let's see. Boom. Let's hope all of this doesn't come crashing down. Make sure that my computer doesn't crash again. Make sure I don't get any heat. Heat issues. Hey, what's going on, Benzene? Why didn't it put you in the... Why didn't it put you in the main chat? That's weird. Boom, boom, boom. Let me take a look here. Always a mess. One day I'll have the streaming thing together, but I'll probably be dead by then. Boom, 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 boom. I'll go ahead and play the video while I'm working this out, and we'll at least start from there.
It's been delayed while I was out on my little hiatus, you know what I'm saying? Celebrating my little cousin graduating from Georgia Tech. Shout out to him. But GTA 6 has been delayed. Now, I laughed at this. Griff. A big griff, because you know me, I'm not looking forward to GTA 6 at all. So as far as I'm concerned, they could they could delay this inevitably, and I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? That's just I just wouldn't care. It wouldn't mean nothing to me. I'm playing.
Just realized I got this music playing.
506, okay. But I mean, you know, I'm not surprised at this, but apparently there's a reason now. There's a reason. According to Jason Schreier, GTA 6.
Yeah, it is. It's funny it got delayed and people will still pay $160. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of hype for me. I love Grand Theft Auto. I played from the original Grand Theft Auto 1, but the fact that people are going to be willing to spend just so much damn money on it. There's like so many things over the internet, people going, will you pay $100 for it? Will you pay more? Oh man. And then we're not even talking about when they launch online and start the microtransaction hell that is GTA Online.
Create better working conditions and avoid brutal crunch. Oh, you softies. You can't handle the pressure. The internet is melting down over this. I mean, and I'm not talking about just gamers. I'm talking about normies as well. Like, normies are going off. Look at people. Fire everyone at this point. How do you delay a game multiple times when you have had 12 years to work on it? Poor work ethic and mismanagement. Definitely probably a combination of both, but I don't think people understand.
I think this is a little silly. Is it mismanagement? I don't know. I don't know that they've been working on this game for 12 years, have they? Oh, by the way, you don't own it as well. When the service goes down, you lose the game. Yeah, that's one of my biggest problems with the gaming industry nowadays. I wish GOG got games at an earlier rate, but game companies won't do it until the game's not selling anymore. But to say it's necessarily mismanagement and they're avoiding crunch, I don't know. I think that's a little silly.
I don't think people understand how it's so much pressure riding on GTA 6. Okay, so much pressure because when you think about the level of content that GTA 5 has, okay, especially with the online stuff, and we're talking about a game that has to be graphically pushing the medium forward. Okay, this shit can't come out looking like, I don't know, insert weird game here. Like, nah, it's got to be pushing the medium forward, especially when they know they're about to charge what they're about to charge. I mean, this game is going.
Yeah, okay. This is dumb. I don't think this is a good look at Rockstar. With all the problems we have with Rockstar's monetization and stuff like that, they have been pretty consistent about putting out banger games, right? Red Dead Redemption 2, well, at least when it comes to Red Dead and GTA 6. Let me preface that. They have a bunch of, they have stuff that has failed, but it's not like they don't have a track record. People enjoyed GTA 5, and Red Dead Redemption, it's still one of my favorite just go in and go hunting games or something like that. It's a crazy game to play. I haven't played as much as of GTA 5. I didn't really like the 3-character system, but I don't know. I'm not that worried about them putting out a graphically good-looking game. I'm more worried about how expensive it's going to be and how that's going to change the gaming industry as a whole. You know what I mean?
It's going to be $100. You know what I'm saying? You got people saying boycott, let them go bankrupt for this bullshit. Sir.
Oh, those people are fucking dumb.
Bankrupt? Are you kidding me? You do realize Rockstar Games is just a studio. 2K. Okay? 2K. What's the name of that publisher? It's I don't know. It's something. Okay? They the ones that got all the money. And on top of that, GTA 5 is a money printer. 0% chance that it bankrupt them. As a matter of fact, they could release GTA 6 unfinished and it will cover everything that they needed to. Like, that's not even a question. No woke things, please. What could possibly be delaying a game that has been worked on for a decade? Ooh. Well,
yeah, I think with GTA 5, Rockstar has the same thing that EA has with FIFA. They ain't going out of business anytime soon. They could probably still push more content to Rockstar or to GTA 5 and be fine for another couple of years.
Dragon Age the Veilguard would know something about that, but that's not the point. So Jason Schreier is pretty much telling you.
They always love to bring up Veilguard. Yep, it was shit, we know, but it's the only game that y'all have called shit and been right about.
That the
you hope they lose several billion. I get it. It's fucking. I mean, how do I put it? It's a fucking mess. Like, I hate GTA Online just because it basically solidified microtransactions in the industry. Companies have been chasing the GTA 5 and FIFA microtransactions and live service forever, and I'm so tired of hearing about live fucking service.
Working conditions. Too much.
But I'll admit, I'm kind of excited for GTA 6. Like I said, I've played the original one, the top-down game. I had so much fun with that. But we'll see how this goes. I just don't know if I'll buy it day one. I may not buy it for a couple of years.
Much crunch. You know how I feel about crunch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If I was running the studio, the name of the studio would be called Crunch Studios.
You're a retard. Crunch has been like a problem in gaming since the beginning, but now suddenly it's okay for crunch. Like, we need the companies to crunch. No, you need to have a consistent plan to have the game fucking done at a reasonable rate.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We getting that game done, and we getting it done in a reasonable time. Now, obviously, whatever studio I would have would probably be nowhere. We would probably be making the game nowhere near as ambitious as a Grand Theft Auto 6. So there's that. So I
yeah, that's fair.
My game would get made in 5 or less years. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But it would be called Crunch Studios. Every single employee coming out of that motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying?
So here's my thing on the idea of the collapse. I don't think the collapse is ever going to come. What I think, okay, the AAA industry is they're probably going to start doing what Ubisoft did. We need ET83. But what I think is gonna happen, and what we're starting to see happening, is you're getting more of the double A. What are you doing, bitch? Double A and triple A companies that are gonna start, or excuse me, the double A and indie companies that are gonna start making better games. I mean, it's only getting easier for companies to make games. Where like something like the movie industry, it's always expensive. There's never been, but like one dude can make a video game and make millions of dollars off of it. A 30-man studio can make Expedition 33 and make shit tons of money off of it. I think you're gonna see a changing of the guard is what's gonna happen. Like the new is going to grow up through the corpses of the old.
Every time, every time somebody come to me like, "Sir, can I take a break?"
Get back in the kitchen.
Griff. I mean, I'm just saying, for crying out loud, we sit in the air conditioning all day and make video games. I don't want to hear this shit. 30-hour shifts for everybody. I'm just playing.
You can tell he's never seen what it's like to work any kind of code or anything like that. That can be an exhausting job.
But not 30 hours, but 16 is doable. Anyway, so let's get back to it.
I ain't giving you no money, you stupid fucking cat.
Employees have been reportedly asking for this delay for quite some time. Rockstar reportedly has
Oof, Dextero, bad choice.
believed GTA 6 would make a 2025 release for a very long time, okay? According to them. Rockstar knew long before the official announcement GTA 6's delay that the sequel had little chance of making its
well, yeah, no shit.
release window, okay? News for the Series 6 installment, which was originally slated to arrive sometime in the latter half of 2025, completely dried up following the arrival of so-called Trailer 1 back in 2023, okay? The radio silence unexpectedly led to a growingly angsty fan base eager to see more of the sandbox world Rockstar was cooking up. But what the fuck is this? What the? Hold on, no.
Get back in the kitchen.
Hey, we back. What the hell wrong with oh my god, it's still at the bottom, bro.
By the way, Benzine, if you're showing your age by saying we need an ET83.
Ads, never again. Anyway, as the second half of 2025 fast approaches, no second trailer has pulled into the station and continuing the drop. The silver lining, of course, is that GTA 6 now has a firm release date of May 26, 2026, rather than a vague seasonal window. But just how long has Rockstar believed a delay was on the cards? Okay, I don't think that May 26th thing means anything. They can still delay the game again if they wanted to. Depends on the situation. Okay, Rockstar avoiding brutal crunch with 2026 delay. Nobody I've talked to at Rockstar has believed fall 2025 was a real window for a very long time. Okay, too much work, not enough time, and what appears to be a real desire from management to avoid brutal crunch. Schreier continued, adding that GTA 6 slipping to 2026 has seemed inevitable for months, if not longer. Now, this is interesting, okay? Because
gotcha. Only 22. Well, that's good. Most people, I guess most your age may not even know about ET83.
what they're saying here,
I mean, how many? I remember seeing the thing about the dumpsters. But that I never played ET either. That was never one I had. Now I played the Gremlins game that was awful.
Is that apparently there's like so much work to be done. But what work? This game has been in development for 13 years. What work? Well, guys, I have a rumor from a trusted source. Okay, I'm going to say that, a trusted source. All right.
Just like every trusted source that we've heard from the the Antiwoke here recently, good old SmashJT checking his sources out.
All right. I can't say no more than that. I mean, I'm going to tell you what the rumor is, but the trusted source, you know, I'm not a leaker. So Me, I'm not really worried about putting my name on the line. There will be no situation where I'm coming out here and
Yes. Can I help?
like constantly leaking stuff. That will never be the case.
He's
I'm not
upstairs.
Endymion.
Go ahead.
I'm not SmashJT or nothing like that. It's just for quite some time I've known this source who, let's just say, has relationships with
I'm
actual
Brother John.
leakers who
What
do
do you
this on YouTube for a living. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I believe that what he's saying is 100% true. Is that I believe the industry that he works in. And so I'm just going to say what this person told me. I don't know if it's true. Take this with a grain of salt. Of course, you should always do that because, nigga, let's just be real. Griff. Yeah, I am called the Griff God. Let's not get it twisted. But this is what he had to say. Okay. The GTA 6 delay was for massive content changes. Roughly 30-40% is getting pulled out and replaced with something yet to be determined. They just said the last 6 months. Oh, this is a quote. I'm sorry. This is from somebody he knows, okay? From somebody he knows. They just said the last 6 months have been a curveball, and the way things went would be somewhat embarrassing and dated versus funny, okay? This is him speaking. He wouldn't confirm. This is who he's talking about. So my source is actually getting this from his source. So again, like a bunch of grains of salt, like a bunch of grains of salt, my nigga. He wouldn't confirm, but I asked, was there a Trump-type character that lost an election playing a pivotal role? And his source says, not going to answer that, following by a laugh, okay? This is the quote from his source. I will say there was a return to the quote-unquote riot system, and the demographic doing so was featured in the trailer. And of course, we all seen the trailer, right? If you know what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me just go to YouTube really quick and pull that up.
So they're saying, hold on.
Months have been a curveball, and the way things went would be somewhat embarrassing and dated versus funny, okay? This is him speaking. He wouldn't confirm. This is who he's talking about. So my source is actually getting this from his source. So again, like a bunch of grains of salt, like a bunch of grains of salt, my nigga. He wouldn't confirm, but I asked, was there a Trump-type character that lost an election playing a pivotal role? And his source says, not going to answer that, following by a laugh, okay? This is the quote from his source. I will say there was a
That's like hardly a quote.
return to the quote-unquote riot system, and the demographic doing so was featured in the trailer. And of course, we all seen the trailer, right? If you know what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me just go to YouTube really quick.
So would it really have been a problem if they did a Trump-like character? Because GTA has always been about parody, right? So why would that be a problem if they did? Maybe with the current political climate, I guess, and it being the way it is, they may have decided that's not a good idea. But I don't see that being a huge problem. You know what I mean? I would laugh to see a Trump character. What was it? The Ubisoft game that Far Cry, was it 5? That was in like Wisconsin or wherever. It was in redneck territory, and they had those kind of characters in there. So I don't know. That's kind of dumb if that's the case.
And pull that up. And so there you have it. You know what I'm saying? This is who they talking about. Yeah, and you'll see why in just a second. You know what I'm saying? This is who they're talking about. This little group right here, a certain demographic. I play that in slow motion for you. This is who they're talking about right here. Okay. He says, yeah, he asked his source. He said, I responded with, you mean the rednecks, right? Like a January 6th thing on a massive scale. And then his source replied, maybe. Okay, so that's what.
Okay, that would be funny, right? What GTA 5 I think has things making fun of the gaming industry. I mean, I don't know. I don't call that removing woke. I call that removing parody for no other reason than you're afraid of a political movement.
Now, again, this is a rumor. I am not a leaker. I'm just telling you what.
Actually, get some weapons.
And you know, I figured shit. I'm making a video. I ain't talked about it yet. Normally when this particular person tells me about certain things on certain topics, I've already made a video on it, and it's like I'm not a leaker. I'm not a person that likes to, you know, leak information or tell like, and I barely ever get like leaked information, so there's no reason for me to do it any damn way. But considering the fact that I had not, you know, made the video on GTA 6 being delayed yet, and he was, you know, pretty much giving me that information, I was like, I might as well throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I've never actually played GTA 5 because it's online. Yeah, I get that. I would never play the online version. I've only ever played the single player. And like I normally have with my my ADHD, I don't finish the games. Fire and Steel, that's where we want to go. So, you know, I get it, but GTA has kind of always been about making fun of everybody, so why can't they make fun of everybody, you know? It would be just as funny for them to put in a Black Lives Matter movement of some kind and parody that. So, I don't know, what's the big deal?
yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, may the grip be with you. I'll talk to y'all later.
Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you.
I don't think I'm going to watch... Oh, here we go. I was going to watch a SmashJT one. Cancel. Always brings up Queen Men. There we go. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, I mean, if that's the reason they're pulling off, that's a fucking dumb reason. They should have stuck with their guns on it, because I don't care. I'm sure the culture war guys would have fucking lost their mind on it. Yeah, they should. Absolutely. It would be funny, you know? It's like, I expect some Florida man type people. I expect a lot of stuff.
Has a terrible memory.
Come on.
Grand Theft Auto.
No.
But when I saw him,
There we go.
he walked right past me like we were strangers. So I've heard. Farewell. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, just tell me hello, bitch. Give me a second. Why are you not doing what I want you to do? All right, let's try it this way. Let's try it this way. Tab.
Join the guild.
Boop.
Fight for gold.
Ah, there we go. Don't want you seeing my deranged playlists. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, I want to watch the Pirate Software stuff. We may end up going to that today, too. I love hating on Pirate Software. You know what? Let's see what SmashJT has to say.
Absolutely no one. Rockstar is officially delaying Grand Theft Auto 6 until, well, for now, May 2026. And they're saying, oh, it's because we need to polish the game more and make sure we fix these things so that it works better. But at the end of the day, we know it's really coming. The game prices are going up, and it makes business sense to wait longer so that consumers will be like, yeah, I guess it's okay to pay $80 for a game. Why wouldn't I pay at least that for Grand Theft?
Gamers already said they're willing to pay $80 for a game, and they're willing to pay $80 for a Nintendo game with nowhere near the graphics and other things that you get from these higher end studios. that ship has already sailed. It's not going to be Rockstar. Rockstar is going to decide if it's $100 or more.
Auto 6. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of SmashJT. While they are giving people lip service and official press releases right now for why Grand Theft Auto 6 is being delayed, the reality is, with everything that's been happening, especially as of late, the coordinated effort behind the scenes in the game industry, starting with Nintendo and the $80 price games for the Nintendo Switch 2, and then recently seeing Microsoft coincidentally announce, oh, our games are going to be $80 too in Christmas time 2025. So sure, that's the game industry and it costs more for stuff. And we got to keep up with that to make sure we stay in business. You know, we're not the richest organization.
I don't disagree with him here. These companies are making tons of money, even even when they're losing. So they absolutely, in a lot of cases, are doing just fine.
In the world for no reason. Hey, maybe we could even sell it for 100. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full article breaking down the truth of the Grand Theft Auto 6 delay and why I don't really feel like it's the lip service that we're getting from Take-Two. Take-Two has put out an official press release on X stating Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to release on May 26, 2026. We are very sorry.
Boots.
This is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding the new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for the support and your patience as we work to finish the game, which I got to stop right there and say, come on, Rockstar. Are we really to believe that this game is taking upwards of over a decade at this point to put out, especially when we saw the trailer for it looking like it's pretty much coming together and ready?
You know, a funny thing about them saying this, the gaming industry, well, about a decade ago, said that games were going to start taking 6+ years to make. And surprise, surprise, a lot of these AAA industries have been taking 6 to 10 years. Now, it's been proven that that's not the case. Games can be made a lot quicker. How long did it take to make Baldur's Gate? A couple of years? Well, it definitely wasn't a decade. Let's look it up. Yeah. How long did it take to make BG3? Nearly 7 years. So even BG3 took about 7 years for them to make, and that is, to me, one of the best games that's come out in the last few years. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, they could take that long, or at least gaming companies are taking that long.
And then we don't see any subsequent trailers once the game prices start rising all over the place. It's a little bit curious. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations. And Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect
to sell some stuff.
Deserve.
Oh, they
look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. And I'm sorry, I don't buy any of that. To me, that's a load of crap where Rockstar and Take-Two are talking to their investors and saying, yeah, it might be a short-term hit on our stock, but if you guys hang with us and we push this to next year, we are going to make infinite money because gamers are going to be accustomed to paying more money and we can jack the price up even higher, and they're going to say, yeah, I guess if I'm...
No, I don't agree with this. Fucking all right. Rockstar people have been talking about this game and how its price point forever. Rockstar is completely got a chance right now to set the price to almost whatever they fucking want. People will buy it. So they're not waiting because the thing is changing. There's something going on. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not because they want to wait to charge more later.
Paying 80, why not pay 100? Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar's parent company.
They could make it. They could charge 100 with the release date that they had, and it would be fine. They would sell fucking like hotcakes.
They expressed full support of the delay. Big shocker on that one. CEO Strauss Zelnick said, "We fully support Rockstar Games taking additional time. Grand Theft Auto 6 promises to be a groundbreaking blockbuster entertainment experience." Yet the delay initially set Take-Two's stock tumbling by upwards of 16% in early hour trading pre-market, according to Pirate Nation on X.
Yeah, when you announce a delay, stuff like that's going to happen. I don't know if I'd use Pirate Nation as a source.
X today said Take-Two Interactive stock has dropped 16% in pre-market after Rockstar announced Grand Theft Auto 6 is delayed until 2025. and they forgot the 6 there, but it's 2026. During an investor call back in February of 2025, Take-Two stated that the game was going to still be on track for release later in 2025, specifying that it would be launching fall of calendar year 2025. Despite this fairly massive financial hit today, Zelnick also put out another statement stating that they remain confident. He continued stating, "While we take the movement of our titles seriously and deep global anticipation for Grand Theft Auto 6, we remain steadfast in our commitment to excellence. As we continue to release our phenomenal pipeline, we expect to deliver a multi-year period of growth in our business and enhanced value for our shareholders," which I need to remind everyone, for a company like Take-Two that owns Rockstar that's putting out Grand Theft Auto 6, their allegiance is not to you, the gamer, it's to the investors. And what he's saying right now to the investors in not so many words is, hey, hang with us, because when game prices start going up, we can get away with charging.
Game prices already went up. Like it's already I don't know.
Even more. Earlier this year, Michael Pachter predicted that Take-Two
Riveting fucking assessment.
6 at unprecedented price points of $100 or more.
Yeah.
And most likely be offering bonuses like in-game currency to try to justify that cost. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen, but on top of all that, you have Nintendo's prices going up, Microsoft jacking the prices up to their games to $80, and the entire game industry in general raising prices together all at the same time. It's not a great sign for sustainability in the gaming industry moving forward, because gamers only have so much money and so much time, and if you keep jacking the prices up, everyone is going to suffer. Not that
Yeah, Benzene. I stopped paying for full price games a couple years ago. I think when they moved up to $70, I was like, I'm pretty much done buying that. I actually fell deep into the indie scene for quite a long time, and I love a bunch of indie scene games, Caves of Cud and stuff like that. So I just see more people getting pushed down to these AA titles and AAA titles. And one thing that I think could happen that would be good for the industry is we're getting close to AAA's hitting the ceiling of what people are willing to pay, right? So with games like Expedition 33 coming out for $50 and things like that, it starts to build an actual competitive market that we've never had in the gaming industry. They've always agreed on the same price. So hopefully that'll see it, but it may not be for another couple of years. Boom, boom, boom.
that matters for these.
So I don't blame you for that.
Getting close to retirement, they want to get a big payday on the way out the door and then leave a mess for whoever takes their place. Combine these rumors that the price could be going upwards beyond the $100 price point, alongside with Rockstar employees themselves reportedly rumored to be saying that they never expected this game to even make it to that 2025 release date that Rockstar and Take-Two set earlier this year. Per Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, a very different...
What a surprise. The investment company was like, we're going to get it out till 2025, or we're going to get it out fall 2025. And then the developers are like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Never seen that happen before.
Picture starts to form. On Blue Sky stating, nobody I've talked to at Rockstar has believed fall 2025 was a real window for a very long time now. Too much work, not enough time, and what appears to be a real desire from management to avoid brutal crunch. Grand Theft Auto 6 slipping to 2026 has seemed inevitable for months, if not longer. Which again, I read that and I'm like, yeah, because internally, Rockstar was probably telling them, hey guys, cool the jets, keep working on stuff, adding extra features, and push this game out as far as we can, because we need to extend the launch time until the games start going up in cost.
God, you're fucking retarded. That's not the reason. Like I said, Rockstar already knows how hyped this game is. They can charge whatever they want now. There's another reason in there that they're delaying. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is this thing of removing Trump. how much of Florida are they adding to the map of GTA 6? I don't know. Now, one thing that you see in a lot of the pictures and in the game itself is there's mountainous areas. So are they going to take it like all the way up into what, Georgia or something like that? Because it's supposed to be in the Keys, and there ain't no mountains in Florida. There's so I don't know. But they definitely have shown mountains and other things that don't really look like Florida terrain.
Do I need to start making like tinfoil hats for these videos? Because I know it sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory without any information specifically pointing to it.
Because that's exactly what it is, Smash.
But look at the facts on the table, and it is an obvious reality. Like, put yourself in the position of CEO Strauss Zelnick of Take-Two and how you would make the most money possible for a game that reportedly is costing upwards of somewhere between $1 and $3 billion to make. There is a little bit of pressure to try to make the money back on this product, and you got one shot to nail it. And when you wait until all the prices for games increase,
Billion? I didn't know it's actually spent that much. That's got to be a predicted. There's no way it's $3 billion. No way. Now we're making me go online again and look it up. Let's see. How much? To make 6. Okay, so the game development's costs are estimated between high hundreds of millions to 2 billion. So he yeah, definitely not 3 or 4 billion, but $2 billion if it's that high. That's crazy. Yeah, I'd want to delay the game another year too, just to make sure it was done right. I don't know if the extra $20 a game is gonna push it above the 20 billion, maybe. Ugh. Actual money laundering scheme. I mean, it's got to be. You look at like, all right, how much to make Baldur's Gate 3? I always bring this one up as an example. I mean, it took $100 million to make Baldur's Gate 3. And to me, Baldur's Gate 3 graphically is up there with, I mean, obviously GTA 6 may blow it out of the waters, but it's up there. So $100 million for Baldur's Gate 3, up to $2 billion. That's still like $100 million isn't even close to $1 billion. Yeah, movies are 100% a money laundering scheme. And the problem is the movie industry is never going to change because it's so closed in that, and it's so expensive to make movies. Even making a short movie can cost you thousands of dollars. So, but tis the world we live in.
hopefully at that time, gamers will still have money left in their wallets to buy Grand Theft Auto 6. And I think they're looking at it like, yeah, people are going to prioritize it. I know
I don't think they're going to have problems selling. GTA has a massive player base. Let's just see. I don't know if they're on Steam. GTA 5.
I'm not the only one thinking.
And the 24-hour peak is still, and that's just on Steam. The 24-hour peak was still 89,000. So I mean, that's pretty damn good for years. And let's look at the max time. And, you know, it's kind of been up or down with the different sales. Even here, what did it peak at? Does it say? Come on. Oh, there it is. 298,000, 300,000. Talking in 2024 for a game that came out in 2015. So people are going to buy this game. It's just going to happen.
That this delay is more strategic than anything. Rockstar and Take-Two may be buying time for the market to settle with the idea that $70 might be the floor, not the ceiling. But if that's the case, ironically, kicking the proverbial can down the road until next year could make them upwards of 20% or more in sales revenue if all things remain the same except the price. So it could financially behoove Take-Two and Rockstar just to wait. If they sell the same amount of copies, they're going to make more money, and they might be like, sure, what's the difference? We've already taken forever to get this game out anyways. And while Rockstar is going on
I
there,
keep having a burp and I hit the wrong button.
commenting that Grand Theft Auto 6 is definitely going to be exceeding your expectations, it's hard for me to ignore that this delay conveniently gives the industry more than a year to normalize that premium pricing model and further transitions players into.
I hate to tell you, it was normalized the moment that Nintendo announced it. It's just going to be what it is.
Monetizing the digital future. I keep going back to that. This isn't about a delay. These companies think you are stupid. They give you lip service to say, oh, we need more time to work on this game because the game's been in development for so long. Anyone's gonna buy that excuse. But the obvious elephant in the room going on right now is what's going on with the game prices and how much more money they could make if they just.
This is more retarded than them doing it. Like, I believe they're doing it now to remove the Trump stuff. Just listening to this fucking moron talk. Like, they've been talking about in the gaming news for the last year about how Rockstar is going to set the price for the coming years for gaming. They've been talking about how Rockstar, just by not announcing their game, could possibly be putting people out of business. I mean, they have the power to set the price, and yeah, there's going to be some backlash, but their fans are going to fucking buy that game. 120, 130. I don't know where people would stop and say, oh, I'm not going to buy this.
Just simply wait. Even if the game is feature complete today, it would make sense for Rockstar to wait an entire year financially to launch this game. Think about that. Where gamers everywhere are already bracing for the $80 price point, and analysts are warning that even steeper prices, including Grand Theft Auto 6, might be less about polish and more about timing. Because if they really are going to drop a $100 bombshell or more for this single game, they better be making a massive impact and mentally prepping the players' wallets.
Yeah, they're like, I could believe there's two things I could believe. I could believe this Trump stuff that they wanted to remove it from the game. If that's the truth, I think that's super gay. But I could also believe that they know they're going to be charging a high price for it. Yeah, it better be the best game ever. You know, if they know they're going to be charging a high price for it, they want to make sure it's not broken on launch, right? Or maybe they're trying to set it up to do online day one. I don't know. You know, I would expect after that. Yeah, if it's not, everyone will be refunding it, and it'll end up, you know, hurting them in the long run while they try and get it all together. Especially if you're charging that major price point
Before they get to the store. But I can't help but think at this point, we're like looking at how the Grand Theft Auto 6 memes are, we might be getting Half-Life 3 before Grand Theft Auto 6. And no, that's not a joke. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out SmashJT.com for the fun.
I probably won't smash, thank you, though. Let's look at another one. What else was I going to look at today? Oh, here was this one. I thought this one was this one. Another Atreus video, because he puts out videos like every couple of hours. Woke GTA 6 promotes hating the police. So Boom, boom, boom. There it is.
So the GTA 6 trailer has dropped, and a new GTA 6 trailer has dropped, and I gotta be honest with y'all guys, I can't even grift. I can't.
He's so quiet.
I know I said that I wasn't really all that excited about Grand Theft Auto.
This guy leans into the grifting thing to the point that it's just kind of cringe. Let's see here.
If at all, you know what I'm saying? I've gotten over my Grand Theft Auto craze years ago after those servers were not working, and I never came back to it. But this right here, nigga. Oh my God! I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Look at the texture. I mean, granted, this is just like cutscenes and stuff. Okay, but even as cutscenes, guys.
So we're gonna look at it later. But apparently it's not cutscenes. I don't see anything that looks like gameplay, but there's an article saying that it's not cutscenes. Who's shooting me? Get out of here, bud.
This looks special. This looks like it can be something special. And honestly speaking, I might just play this game if not for nothing else other than Lucia. Okay, because I don't know.
I mean, you ain't wrong there.
Here she comes. Lucia, Lord have mercy.
Oh man, I survived that. That was lucky.
In my opinion, she's the star of this trailer. I mean, you do get a lot of I done forgot the nigga's name. Look at that ass.
Oof.
Just cheeks. Just cheeks. Body. Look at her. What's the other nigga? What's the dude? What's her boyfriend's name? Scott, Ron, Tim, something. I don't know the nigga's name. I know Lucia's name. Look at her. Look at her. And you gonna see a shot. She's thick. Look at her. Look at her. Holy Lord have mercy. Lord, yeah. They clean it. But we got to get to the drama of this game. Okay, we got to get to the drama because niggas is still trying to say that this game is woke. Now maybe it will be woke. Right?
Okay, so he's going on the opposite side. I see what he's doing now. All right. I'll give Atreus this.
Right? We already have concerns about whether or not Rockstar pulled punches on jokes and making fun of people because of, trans ideology. Oh, we don't want to make fun of the trans people. Lord have mercy. You just cannot make this stuff up. It's really frustrating. Like, first time I see them try to avoid a gay joke or a trans joke, it's like come on, man. Like,
where are they avoiding that though? Like in this game in particular? It's just people are just saying it, right?
Just let the people do what they want to do. Anyway, so I came across this tweet that's going viral. Over 500,000
billions. What's going on, Grizzle? Welcome. We're looking at, I guess, people complaining that GTA is woke. Atreus tricked me though. He made it sound like he was going to be the one saying it was woke.
views. Oh, that's his name, Jason. Okay, yeah, sure, Jason. We care about Jason. I find it interesting when you make the main protagonist a female. Remember that?
I know who does care about Jason, and we'll be showing a few tweets later.
Remember how far away that was, where everybody was complaining about it being a female protagonist, and here we go again with the woke feminist stuff, and then she come out looking like this, and we all just sitting here like, I'm just saying. That girl is bad. Let's go.
I don't know if I'm just built different, but I don't get attracted to online characters. Like, I can admit that she looks good, but I don't know, simp for game characters.
I'm just saying. Anyway, so apparently people.
Even more so, I'm not a fan of romances in games. I don't really care.
People are complaining. Now it's no longer about it being a female character. It's no longer about it being potentially woke. It's no longer about any. Now it's anti-cop. The two protagonists of GTA 6, Jason and Lucia. If this game is anti-cop, I'm not playing. This story
What?
anti-cop. What? Almost 1 million. I said over 500,000. This tweet got almost 1 million views. This person says male character is a ripped white guy. Is he white?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's white.
Female characters have a straight relationship between the two leads. Game looks good. These guys still bitching, literally more annoying than any SJW or woke person they talk about. That's a bar. That's a bar. I can't. What am I supposed to do with this now? Is there anybody of prominence saying this? Probably not. Probably not. This is probably coming from some randos that yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him that. I will say this, like, until Smash put out, I guess, well, since the trailer, there has been very, very mild criticism of, like, the game. You look at their tweets and they're like, I don't see any gameplay. Well, it doesn't have gameplay. And that's like the most you hear. It's like trying to set up. They're not taking a stance. They're just setting up to see where the game's going to sit on the woke chart, right? See if they can grift money out, or see if they can move money off of it and see if they can do it. Will we get to play the bedroom scenes in GTA 6? If it's $100, it better. Yeah, I could see that. Are they going to have full-on nudity like some of the other games that are out there, right?
You got to acknowledge that. But still, we can't complain. Like, listen, to be honest with you, we've said from the jump, GTA 6 is going to do what it does. I'm sorry. Let's continue this trailer. I just want to GTA 6 is going to do what it's coming to do. It don't matter how much. A lot of people talking about what's the budget. Guys, it doesn't matter if they spent $1 billion on this game. This game is going to make $1 billion day one. Now, I have heard that it's not going to be available on PC day one, and that's truly unfortunate, because if it's not on PC, I'm not playing it. Okay, me personally. But
I mean,
look at this game. If you don't think this game is going to make $1 billion day one, you're delusional. You're delusional. They showing off Lucia. Look at that. Everything. I think I got it on 1.25. No, it's so normal. Yeah. Look at that. I mean, everything about this trailer looks great. I don't see what's anti-police about this. And what the fuck are we even talking about? What are we talking about? GTA has always been anti-police. Not in a political sense, but nigga, we running from the police the entire game. There's always been crooked cop. There's always been, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you steal a car in GTA 3, if you steal a car, the cops ain't trying to arrest you.
Dude, it's funny too. Like the whole game, I remember just spending time with cheats, just blowing cops away. But if that happens in GTA, is it now going to be bad? I don't know. I might be glazing too much on this video.
Them niggas, no, it might not have been GTA 3. You steal a car in GTA, in one of these games, they're not trying to arrest you. They trying to put you in the dirt. They trying to put you in the dirt. Wasted. Look at that. Ooh, just nothing but like this. The title of this trailer should be Lucia's ass. Lucia's ass.
All right, fucking.
Hey, and remember that picture that went viral of Lucia where people was trying to say Lucia looked like a man. I wonder if I could pull that up. Give me a second.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Lucia looks like a man. I saw people today still saying that she was trans.
It was so there was a picture last year that went viral that it was supposed to be a picture of Lucia, not an early design, but like a design of Lucia, and she was in a bathing suit and she was looking like a goddamn meal. Okay, she was looking like a meal, and niggas was
Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, I think you niggas are gay. I truly think you niggas are gay, and ultimately, what we probably determined that was maybe AI. You know what I'm saying? But the way that Lucia is coming out looking in this trailer, I'm starting to get the feeling that wasn't AI. I mean, if you look at her design now you still got people complaining women don't have brow ridges, but that won't stop soiling NPCs frothing over GTA 6's girl boss protagonist. Not only does she look like not only does she look the part, but Lucia is clearly the man in the relationship. I am vomit.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, there we go.
That gives us a bad name. This is the stuff that gives us a bad freaking name. And the clown horn of the week goes to Techopo or Techo, whatever, nigga.
Why are you being like this? What the fuck? Come on now.
There's nothing about this that hints at her being the man in the relationship. Are you serious?
Where is it now?
Anyway.
Oof.
Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, may the girth be with you. I'll talk to y'all later.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you.
All right, so yeah, that one was a little bit more glazy. Let's move on to. I mean, yeah, there's the problem is they've built this audience of people. Like, it used to be, I think, fairly reasonable people, but it's changed since then to everything's woke. I mean, you end up with guys like Andypants Gaming, and others. Where was I? Know I had another one. This one came out earlier today, and Endymion Grand Theft Auto just made the industry hit the panic button. So it seems like he's going for the more positive.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to make billions of dollars.
Christ. Okay. He actually has the volume set right on his. Let's turn that down. Boom.
When it comes out, there's no point in even denying.
Did he say just $1 billion? Because that's not good. All right.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to make billions of dollars when it comes out. There's no point in even denying this anymore. The new trailer dropped. I know you saw it already. And now, like always, Rockstar has completely devoured the entire landscape of gaming conversation all over again by dropping a trailer just like that. And here's the thing about Grand Theft Auto, guys. I genuinely don't think there's any one game that is as prominent or popular as it is right now. Well, maybe one actually, that being Minecraft. But besides Minecraft, GTA is kind of the gold standard that the entire industry looks at and just gawks in majestic brilliance. But here's the thing, while players like you and me are licking our lips and rubbing our hands together staring at GTA 6 ready to tear that sucker apart like a rotisserie chicken, the industry is devilishly scared of GTA 6, and the reality is this: when this game drops, it's going to nuke the entire industry. Let me
What?
explain to you what I mean. You see, GTA 6 is going to be the best-selling single video game release of all time when it releases. We also now have a release date, which is May 2026. That tells me that if Rockstar sticks to that date 100%, which is unlikely, let's be real, this is Rockstar we're talking about here, but if Rockstar sticks to their May 26, 2026 release date, you can bet your sweet butt cheeks that every single other publisher and developer is going to completely avoid releasing any
the same area
month before or even after GTA 6 releases. And the reasoning is simple, because whatever you're releasing will be completely and utterly eclipsed by Rockstar's latest game, no matter how prominent or good your game even looks, because nobody is going to care knowing that Rockstar...
My Homeland, the game? Oh, rats. I mean, yeah, everyone knew that GTA, this isn't new news. Just wanted to say I connect with the Jason character no matter if he was black or white. We all relate to wanting a Latina girlfriend in Miami. Having a Latina girlfriend in Miami is a double-edged sword, because while there's a lot to love about it, they will cut you. Them bitches will cut you. But yeah. But like yeah, it's going to blow up the games industry like Rockstar has done several times, right? Everyone knows like Rockstar is going to make tons of money off of this. I don't know that it's the biggest thing I think is going to change is how much games cost. Because if people see Rockstar charge $100, they're going to try and push their games to $100. That's the biggest thing I see.
About to drop the entirety of Vice City on people's heads when it happens. I gotta say though, looking at this trailer, oh boy, does it look good.
Oh god.
Vice City is a dope reimagining of Miami, and it looks great to see on current gen hardware. It's awesome to see that classic city we all know way back from the PS2 getting remade and expanded like this in GTA 6. But there's also some rumors floating about and more. Firstly, Grum said he talked to people who
oh god.
Rockstar on GTA 6 right now. According to what Grum said on Twitter, the game is
Grums doesn't fucking talk to anybody. I don't give a shit. He always says he has connections or talks to anybody, but no one in the gaming industry seems to want to deal with him. So already this is full of shit.
Is obviously fully playable from start to finish, and Rockstar is now taking this final year of development to smooth out any bugs and glitches to ensure that this game launches feature complete and as perfect as it can humanly possibly be. They're in the home stretch pretty much. Beyond this, Grum said that the developers at Rockstar aren't actually sure if
Grum said, burp.
there's any DI slop in the game or not, which I know that sounds weird. How can you work on something for
Hold on, what did I I missed that.
Beyond this, Grum said that the developers at Rockstar aren't actually sure if there's any DI slop in the game or not, which I know that sounds weird. How can you work on something for so long and have no idea what's even in it? The truth, and this really isn't just Rockstar, I even reported on this with Ubisoft 2 months back, is that these companies are enormous and they oftentimes don't know the full scope of the game that they're working on besides the game director and the other leads pretty much, especially when games are this.
I mean, sure, but do we really need to ask if there was wokeness in the game? Well, I guess Grums had to because that's all he has left. But sure, I guess. I don't know what to say to that.
Whatever changes you want to implement from a grunt level has got to be okayed by the supervisor, who then sends it to their boss, who then has to okay it, and then send it to the higher up, and then yada yada yada. And eventually the people at the very top see that change suggested, and then they either go yes or no, and then it trickles down like piss in a toilet all the way down again. So case in point, games of this magnitude take a lot of time to make, not only because they're the size of literal cities, but because they're dev teams and the protocols that make everything very, very hard to implement across the board. According to Grums as well, most devs working
Jesus
on the game
Christ.
don't even know the full story of GTA 6 or what really even happens to any of these characters. It's frankly just too big of a game, unless you're at the top, I guess, or working on the story yourself. You're either just kind of making assets and whatnot and just, you know, going about your day. Probably explains why many AAA games have less passion than, say, your indie games, because the games aren't even being treated as art anymore. It's more like an assembly line in a factory pretty much, and Grum said that what he heard from multiple
Yep, that's what happens with corporations.
sources is that GTA 6's budget, as it's seen here, is around $2 billion. Yeah, I know. Their budget is pretty much what Infinity War made at the box office. And before you ask, no, there's never been a game that has had a budget of that magnitude before. For reference, Grand Theft Auto 5 had a budget of $137 million American, and its marketing costs were somewhere in the $170 million mark, meaning overall GTA 5 costed Rockstar around $265 million from start to finish, pretty much. Of course, if you adjust that for inflation, I would wager the same amount of money would balloon that budget to something like maybe 500 plus million. But regardless, I want you guys to know either way, GTA 5 had a $137 million budget, and GTA 6 is $2 billion, dude. That is insane, no matter how you slice it. To say there's bloat and inflated prices to everything, that is an understatement. However, GTA 6's case, this number, while a lot, really isn't that much for this game, let's be honest. Because you ask me, when this game officially drops, they're gonna make their budget back in one day, and no, I am not kidding either. Given the fact that GTA 5
What's going on, McDizzle? How you doing this evening?
sold something like
We're watching old Endymion taking all of his sources from Grums. So
210 million copies.
So yeah, billion. They're saying it's anywhere. So the sources that he's coming from, the reports, is somewhere between 500,000 and 2 billion. Did he just say the budget was 145 million? No, he was talking about a different game. He did mention that it was going to be. He said Grumps told him that it was $2 billion, but his source doesn't know if there's anything woke in the game because he doesn't have access to everything. Oh, 54 million for. Let's go back and listen.
Copies in its entire existence. That kind of tells you everything you need to know. And 12 years onward since.
Come on. Hold on. Old man trying to work his computer here. Okay.
When this game officially drops, they're going to make their budget back in one day. And no, I am not kidding either. Given the fact that GTA 5 sold something like 210 million copies in its entire existence, that kind of tells you everything you need to know. And 12 years onward since GTA 5 released, and that game is regularly in the top 10 selling games of the year every single year over and over again. It's also in the top 10 selling games every month too. Go look it up. I'm not lying. But the point is that Rockstar can afford this, and they will make so much money back. It'll be ours.
Let's go further back.
And GTA 6 is $2 billion, dude. That is insane, no matter how you slice it. To say there's bloat and inflated prices to everything, that is an understatement. However, in GTA 6's case, this number, while a lot, really isn't that much for this game, let's be honest. Because you ask me, when this game officially drops, they're going to make their budget back in one day. And no, I am not kidding either.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. But
I don't know what he said about it, but yeah. If he did, GTA 5 has made way more money than that. That game's still printing money to this day.
The point is that Rockstar can afford this, and they will make so much money back. It'll be R to the tarded when it drops, with how absurdly high the numbers are going to be for this game. And look at this article from March 2025 from Kotaku that's titled, "Big publishers and studios are scrambling to avoid GTA 6's launch. Some live service devs are even planning to delay major updates based on Rockstar's plans." And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I mean when I say this.
Yeah, thanks, McDizzle. One day I'll get this streaming thing down.
This game will move the industry into the stratosphere when it finally drops. Kotaku references a reporter named Christopher Dring, who runs a podcast called The Game Business. And in this podcast, Dring spoke to various executives who work at and control many of the big game companies that you all know. While these executives remained anonymous for obvious reasons, their general consensus is that all of these companies and publishers, they all want to avoid GTA 6's drop like it's the literal plague, as one anonymous executive stated. "We don't want to be anywhere near GTA 6. We are working up multiple different plans for our titles." Here's some more from another executive, which also reads,
Yeah, I've already heard this content. Execs say that they're not wanting, they've been talking about like some companies may go under trying to hold off for GTA 6. Let's kind of skip through.
Said is very true, and this is the other big reason why GTA 6 will completely and utterly nuke the entire industry and could in theory lead to many other game studios and even their publishers. Let's just say it, guys, they're gonna die pretty much. And you're probably thinking, oh, he's speaking in hyperbole.
The deaths are them being afraid to launch at the same time. Anything after that is not going to be a problem. They're talking about companies holding out and trying to make it a few more years while paying all their or not a few more years, a few more months, which now you're probably going to start see these companies releasing their games knowing that it's not going to be until 2026, May 2026 at that.
Let me explain before you crucify me. You see, the entire industry is pretty much fighting tooth and nail for your eyeballs and your game time 100% of the time, 24/7. Live service games, which are rampant from Call of Duty Black Ops 6, actually, that is a really good example of this. So I'm going to use that to compare it to GTA here if you don't mind. So when a new Call of Duty releases, what usually happens? It makes a lot of money, yes, but what does it also do to the surrounding live service titles? I'm talking Fortnite, Apex, Valorant, or even the more lesser known ones, not to mention the single player games that release and such around them too. We know that when Call of Duty drops, people tend to drop whatever it is that they're doing or interacting with media wise, and then they just spend their time on the latest Call of Duty. As we can see here from GameWorldObserver.com last year when Black Ops 6 released, that game became the fastest selling title in that entire franchise and blew the series up to 500 million copies.
Yeah, in that franchise, sure, but do Fortnite people leave Fortnite to go play I mean, maybe now. I've seen some crossover, but probably not much. I know a lot of, and this is me going with the personal things that I've met. The people I know that play Call of Duty don't play Fortnite, and they're usually a reason for that. I don't think this is a good comparison.
Sold world.
He's just saying big numbers mean everyone else is not playing their games. No, games don't go under. They just have a huge fan base that no one can pull away from them. That's why all these live services that try and match them fail.
Worldwide for COD as a series. So when Call of Duty drops, people run to play it, and this then leaves a bunch of games having their player counts, their impressions, their overall gameplay sessions and interactions go from healthy to nosediving when Activision drops a new Call of Duty game. And this happens every year, as we all know. Call of Duty is usually the best-selling game of the year every year, although sometimes it does get beat, like Hogwarts Legacy, for example. But the point is that when Call of Duty drops, the industry worsens because the health and longevity of the other games surrounding it suffer to make way for Call of Duty.
I would need to see something with this because I think this is bullshit. I mean, yeah, people are going to go play the new Call of Duty that came out, but I don't know that it has an impact over the entire industry. Like, a lot of people have gone, a lot of other genre games have kind of gotten away from Call of Duty because they, like, I personally don't play it. That's just me. It's become slop from what it was back in the day. But I don't know. I just don't see that happening. I see them making a lot of money, but I don't see it killing other games.
He's feasting, if you will. So now, take what I just said with Call of Duty, but replace it with the even larger, way more highly anticipated, and far more expensive Grand Theft Auto 6. And you tell me, what do you think will happen when that drops? It's simple. Every single live service game from Call of Duty to Fortnite and more, as well as any of your single player games, especially the indies too, they will all have their gameplay times, their money, their attention, and their stats just ripped from them and thrown directly at GTA 6. Because Grand Theft...
Why would single player games care if they've already sold their game? I think the games that launch around it will feel the biggest hit because people won't want to buy it. But as for games that people have already thrown money into, yeah, they can wait, what, a month or so to, you know, they wait a fucking month or so for people to finish playing GTA, right? More than likely, online is not going to be launched with the game. I would be surprised. I mean, I think they've had enough time to. I just would be surprised. So, no, I think, Indy, you're retarded.
Grand Theft Auto 6 will, like I said, completely devour the entirety of the gaming conversation and playtime of pretty much every single person on planet Earth, whether you want to or not when it drops next year, assuming that, you know, it sticks with its launch date. But here's the thing with GTA 6, right? This is not the kind of game like GTA 5 before it, where it just drops, makes a bunch of money, people beat the
fucking goddamn Twitch.
To say Fortnite or, I don't know, Mass Effect or Oblivion. No, remember that the big money maker for Rockstar is in fact, of course, GTA Online, which has become the true cash cow of the franchise for Rockstar and Take-Two. The money they make just from that game itself is pretty much just pocket change in the grand scheme of things if you look at it, because the online, like,
I got so lost in here.
All the bells and whistles that you've come to expect: a full open world, game lobbies, harassing and griefing other players like memes, team deathmatch, racing lobbies, maybe some poker or blackjack, and all the other gambling stuff. See, the thing about GTA is that it's uniquely positioned not only as a game, but a literal second life, if you will, I think that's a good way to put it, that it can and will replace many people's attentions for not just a week or a month. We're talking years, guys. As you can see from this article,
okay, there's a pretty hardcore fan base of GTA Online people. There's a difference between people who buy GTA and play it for the single player and people who play the online GTA. I mean, even to this day, we just looked earlier in the at SteamDB, and just on Steam, they're almost at 100,000 players in the 24-hour peak. It's the game's going to sell super well for the single player, and it's going to make tons of money off of the multiplayer, but it's not going to be as significant as you think. Yeah, if you look at Twitch, barely anyone is playing GTA Online. It's almost all the RP stuff. Yeah, there's a dedicated fan base for that online stuff, but you're not like... I don't pick up GTA 4 online, and I'm sure a ton of other people don't, right? It's a different experience, we'll say.
Article that dropped recently, which is already technically out of date because it says 2025, but Rockstar has confirmed they're launching in 2026, but whatever, it still tracks anyways. Basically, analysts...
Yeah, Grizzle said RP is huge. Yeah, I agree, it's huge. I'm not saying that online is tiny, but I would like to see what the percentages of people who play the single player versus people who play online on a regular basis. Like I said, it's a big dedicated fan base, and that big dedicated fan base is going to come back, but I don't know how many more people it's going to pull in, right? I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some growth, but I just don't see that the online is going to kill the gaming industry or even other live services, right?
Believe that when GTA 6 drops, it will completely devour the industry's revenue landscape in every single way.
I think one thing that's been shown when it comes to live services is that there's peaks and lulls, right? So I don't even think it'll launch with online. I don't think it will either, McDizzle. It just traditionally hasn't. You know what I mean? GTA 5 didn't, nor did Red Dead. So what was I saying? You distracted me. I don't remember. It may come back to me. So there's peaks and lulls when it comes to live service games, right? Even something like Call of Duty, it's going to get more players at the launch of a new season, and then it's going to taper off as people complete that season. Diablo and other action RPGs is the same way. In fact, a lot of the action RPGs games have positioned themselves to not release their stuff within each other's or next to each other. They wait till the lulls happen and then release theirs and get it's about a month, I think, that they do it. So GTA, I'm sure, has the same thing happen. GTA 5, when a new DLC or whatever season, whatever they call it there, comes out, everyone comes back to it to play. And then it'll lull out, and only the most dedicated guys, I am absolutely lost in here, will come back.
According to the analysts in this article, they predict that the game will generate roughly $2.7 billion in sales on launch day alone, which means, yes, they will make their entire budget back in
I need to go up.
or less, and this is a full year before releasing, which is what this data says. So, of course, once we get closer to the release date, I imagine that the actual revenue will just balloon far past this due to the hype. So the point is that it will do very well, insanely well. And for those who've also forgotten, GTA 5 made about $1 billion in revenue within 3 days of sale back in 2013, which is crazy.
There you go, McDizzle. He said GTA 5 made $1 billion.
By that time standards too. As Apelion CEO Matthew Ball said here in the article, for the rest of the market, GTA's delay provides much temporary oxygen. The title was expected to devour billions of dollars in consumer spend. So while you as the player are smacking your lips looking at how tasty GTA 6 looks, the industry at large, they're terrified of this game, because when a game of this magnitude drops, it can and it will kill other games around it. We know that live service titles live and breathe based on their players. Once a game starts doing poorly, publishers are quick to pull the plug because of how expensive that it is to.
Live services are dependent. Like, it's just dishonest or retarded. Live services live by their player counts. Single player live by their initial player counts. It's going to taper off, and then how many more people are buying the game. Single player games don't give a shit after you've paid for the game, unless it's DLC. They'll want you to buy that.
Keep these sorts of games alive and running properly if the revenue just isn't coming in. Obviously, Fortnite will be okay. It's Fortnite. Epic owns them. Epic's Unreal Engine is used by basically everybody too. So while sure, okay, Fortnite will plummet in numbers, that game will still be fine, mostly. However, for the rest of the game,
that game's not going to plummet in numbers.
Out there, I am not so sure, because once GTA 6 drops, why would anyone want to play, say, Apex or Valorant or hell, even Marvel Rivals?
Because it's a different kind of game, you fucking moron. Like, yeah, they're going to come to the single player experience, but if they're a hardcore fucking shooter or looter shooter or ARPG or something like that, they're going to go back to that game that they love. They're not going to fucking go to GTA Online because it's so much better. They're going to stick with what they fucking know.
Sure, I know people will say they're different genres. Kind of true.
Fucking got me there. No, it's not kind of true. All right, let me let him speak before I fucking go off on him.
All those games and more will lose their pants when everyone just migrates over regardless due to the hype. It's like airing your TV show.
No, they fucking won't. They understand how that works. Yes, some companies like Diablo try and keep you there the entire time, but most live services games understand that when something big comes out, they're going to lose players to it for a little while. And then they just launch another season or battle pass or skin, and those players come right back because they're dedicated players to that fucking industry. Holy shit, Indy.
Show's first episode, which really matters, but you do it during the exact same time slot as when like the Super Bowl is airing pretty much. You're not going to get many viewers because everyone is obviously too.
Yeah, during the fucking Super Bowl. Once the Super Bowl is over, they go back to their normal TV shows.
Busy watching for the Super Bowl commercials and you know who wins the match. Which is why when events like that happen, or say when Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars release, it would be in every studio's best interest to just get the hell out of Dodge before those movies devour the market share too. And GTA is the same thing, but
you can't compare the movie industry to it. The movie industry only is determined by, well, not only, obviously they're going to make sales afterwards, but that initial pump of the movie is what's important. Once people have watched the movie, they tend not to go back and watch it a fucking again. They move on to the next fucking movie. It's not even comparable to video games.
But if it was like Super Saiyan and holding the Infinity Gauntlet with every stone in it too, because nothing is going to challenge this game when it releases, and I mean all media, not just video games. There's going to literally be no
Indy is fucking retarded.
Reason in releasing a new, game or movie or TV show or whatever once this game officially drops for at least a month, if not more, after release. And I'm not kidding. And if any publisher thinks that it's a good idea to maybe release their game a week or two before GTA 6, if you're a live service game and you do anything like that, dude, you are.
Oh, you're getting to it, Indy. That's what it is. Companies don't want to launch their live services or even their single player games close to GTA 6. After that initial, I would say, 2 months, maybe 3 months, if it's even that long, they'll start releasing again. That's where the companies were thinking they were going to go bankrupt, because they didn't know when Rockstar was going to release this year. It's not a nuclear bomb taking out the industry, right? Am I fucking just wrong here?
dead. I'm just gonna say it how it is, man, and if you release after GTA 6, your game better be the second coming of Christ himself, wrapped in the most excellent game ever crafted for people to lay their eyes on, or you're dead on arrival too. I should probably also show you guys.
That's right. No more video games fucking ever after GTA 6. No one will buy another video game after GTA 6 comes out because it's so damn good. Everyone's going to be fucking jerking themselves to it.
Guys, how much money GTA Online for GTA 5 has made since inception till now too. So here's a graph on screen that details how users have spent their money on.
I have no idea where I'm going.
Years.
It's boring watching me in this place.
$4 billion in revenue off of
That
GTA
is
Online through
fucking nuts.
Yes, it is, by definition, a live service game. And yeah, it's made more money consistently than most, if not all, live service games pretty much.
Then why didn't fucking GTA 5 kill the industries? This implies everyone can run GTA 6. I know my PC probably won't be able to run it. That is right, Kimoji. One, this is really going to test out a lot of PCs. And then let's talk about consoles and how they think it's going to run. Because there's a lot of promises about 60 FPS. But what I'm looking at, if there's anything close to the trailer, if the gameplay is anything close to the trailers, I don't see a lot of systems. I don't see PlayStation or even PlayStation Pro running this thing at 60 FPS. But I'm not a fucking tech guy.
Much for the past
Welcome, Kimoji. It's good to see you.
decade and then some. So now they finally have a new game. What do you think will happen? Pretty much the same thing, just more money, obviously. They're going to rob the industry of eyes, time, and money like bandits pretty much, and there's nothing that anybody's going to be able to do about it either. But there was another interesting thing that was being noticed, and credit to Hypnotic. Here's his Twitter on screen here for this one.
God.
Notice
Consoles can handle it being 30 FPS. It's always been like that. Yeah, I've started to read a lot of the stuff and see a lot of the stuff talking about 30 FPS not being, it not being that big a deal, like 60 FPS, and anything over 60 FPS being really not all that, different. Okay, who's shooting at me? But, yeah. Console players don't care about 60 FPS is what you mean? Yeah, I mean, I could see that. You just hope to be able to play the game on the thing and have it look good, and 30 FPS can bring that. That makes sense.
he said in one.
I haven't been a console player in years. I went PC Master Race and I never turned back.
His videos that the tone and style of the latest GTA 6 trailer, it felt completely different compared to the original, and he's right. So if you compare the first trailer for GTA 6, there's a certain tone to it. It's female-led protagonist, lots of pink and purple hues to everything, and the male character,
Can I not hit that?
It's kind of just set to the back for the female character.
Okay.
Instead, it felt very, how do I put this, pre-Gamergate-like with how they were pushing the game, where publishers and studios felt like every game needed to feature a woman prominently and have this weird, suspicious purple and pink hue to.
Hold on, I just zoned out on that because Indy is absolutely fucking annoying me. What did he say about the women's?
It felt completely different compared to the original, and he's right. So if you compare the first trailer for GTA 6, there's a certain tone to it. It's female-led protagonist, lots of pink and purple hues to everything, and the male character.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. We're going into the game was woke, so they changed it narrative now. Oh.
Is kind of just set to the back for the female character to shine instead. It felt very, how do I put this, pre-Gamergate-like with how they were pushing the game, where publishers and studios felt like.
That's because you see through the lens of Gamergate, or not even Gamergate. You see through the lens of everything being woke. So the first thing you see with a woman is that it's woke. Oh, I guess there's this. What does that do? Yeah, the first trailer I don't think was that bad, right?
Like every game needed to feature a woman prominently and have this weird, suspicious purple and pink hue to literally everything. And
The old bisexual lighting
pink purple hue that
gets them every time.
Hypnotic brought up is kind of true. That same color scheme has been attached to way too many failures in the past too. We're talking Suicide Squad, Dustborn, Lost Records, Life is Strange, and so many other games. Like,
did Dustborn have it? I don't remember that. And I hate the use of Dustborn. Dustborn doesn't belong on their list of what fucking woke. That game would have never sold a single copy if the Antiwoke hadn't bought it. They made money off the Antiwokers.
go look at Dragon Age Veilguard 2. That was draped in purple and pink colors everywhere. It was like this weird subconscious way of painting these games in these lights and colors. 2, I can only bisexual lighting scheme pretty much.
He said the thing. He said the thing. GTA Vice City had the dreaded purple pink.
Like to signify
Yeah, it's not a new thing. What is, oh god, what's the that spin-off game, the Ballad of Gay John or something like that? Yeah, the only people that brought Dustborn to life were the Antiwoke. So they would have never, no one would have never noticed that game, ever noticed that way. Gay Tony, that's what it was. That, I mean, that's about as woke as you get, right? And that game was well before
to other
a lot of this woke shit.
Hey, they're making this game for that community. And like I said,
he just showed GTA 3 with pink lighting.
GTA 6's first trailer had that same running theme in it somewhat, but then you see this new trailer that just came out and boom, there's no bisexual lighting, there's no purple and pinks, it looks realistic and it looks grounded. Everything is draped in warm oranges and reds and golds and it looks like a real place again, and this has caused people online, and look, I'm not saying it is 100%, okay, don't shoot the messenger here, but I'm just saying people on Twitter think that Rockstar is taking this extra year to not just polish the game, but possibly also remove any DI slop from it as well.
And there it is. They're removing DI slop, so we're just spreading the same message, even though it came from like a source of a source of a source.
And with how the
maybe we'll go watch the first trailer and then compare it to the second and see if we can find the woke. Yeah, they said it about AC Shadows. They said it about Oblivion, like you just mentioned. Oblivion's woke because it has, you know, the not pronouns, the body types. It's just the same sad story over and over again.
Industry is looking and where it's headed.
And notice how he kind of prefaced that, but well, the first trailer kind of had that, and the second trailer kind of had that. It's prepping to bury the fact that they lost it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the smart move to do if we're being real. Because I should remind people that me and Francesco Solbach of that park place did a joint investigation and exposed, you know, a few months ago, how Rockstar was forcing their white employees into unconscious bias training in the past. And Francesco...
God, I'm going to have to watch that video now because I guarantee that's probably not the case.
And I exposed...
Okay. I'm going to say this. There is a problem in the industry with some of these DEI things where they have found that, you know, they're not, oh, thank you. You know, they're not choosing, you know, white guys over other ones, but it doesn't seem to be that rampant. It seems to be only certain sources. Okay, this is going up. This is probably what I need right here, right? There we go.
How multiple...
Without seeing actual training videos, it's assumptions. Yeah, that's kind of my big thing with it. Like, I do believe there is some truth to that, just as much as I believe there's truth to the problem with not wanting to hire a black guy. Yeah, somebody could have an internal bias that causes that to happen, right? So it could happen either way, but it's only ever been said. I haven't seen any proof, so maybe we'll have to watch Andy's video on that on another day.
Rockstar employees, all white except maybe 1 or 2 who were brown people, they were all subjected to this unconscious bias training at Rockstar, and that it was mandatory for them to do. The course that they were forced to take, which is this one on screen here, which is also just titled Unconscious Bias, with Stacey Gordon.
is this Indy's voice? Yeah, this is his voice. I've heard him talk on. I mean, obviously it's tuned up a little bit with whatever software he uses for sound, but he pretty much sounds like this.
And it was basically an online course that employees were specifically white, like 99% of the time, that were being forced to sit through to pretty much, shift their brains into realizing that they were actually racist all along and had to submit to other kinds of people pretty much. Yeah, it was brainwashing, and I have no doubt this sort of slop affected the game in some way. But this training and viewpoint was far more prominent and spread throughout the industry before Gamergate, kind of destroyed it all. So while I'm not saying 100% that, Rockstar is
why he talks like Rockstar employees are going through MK Ultra. Yeah, they're all being drugged. They're slipping estrogen into the breast milk. Oh man. Yeah, he's so biased. He clearly hiding shit himself that I can't take seriously. Yeah, it's wrong buttons. Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, the problem with Indy and a lot of these guys is there is no good coverage. It's all coverage. Like, brother, it's HR. Yeah, HR is the bane of just about any employee working for them. Their job is not to protect you, it's to protect the company. I mean, I haven't heard anybody talk about it outside of Antiwoke, right? And you would think somebody would call out these practices. Like I said, there's been some, I can't say that completely. I've seen a very small study, so take that as you will. Benzene, yes, HR is awful. I've seen a very small study of people who worked in HR for like several companies, and these aren't gaming companies, these are normal industry companies, and it was all a feelings thing. Like, half of them said that 60% of them said that they had some kind of DEI program. The other 40% said that they had gotten rid of it recently. And then a small percent, like 30% of that 60%, said that they thought people were being picked, or that white people were being not picked. The problem is, one, it's a very small study. It was only like a couple hundred people. Two, it's a really feelings-based thing. And then how well was the study done? You know what I mean? They operate too much without balance. Like, you are a little bit of my window, a bit into perspective. Oh, well, thank you. I've always wanted to like try and, I don't know. I used to be an anti-woker, so that's my perspective. But at the same time, I hate what the anti-woke has become. You know what I mean? I liked Gamergate.
Here to remove the DEI stuff. I am just saying that what Hypnotic brought up, where he said the tone of the...
Oh, I'm not... Yeah, right, Grizzle. You're right. I mean, I think that's a simple thing not to do. Like, you're just gay, right? Like SJWs, right-wing SJWs now, yeah. Like, you're just a gay man, right? I don't think you're trans. I don't think you've ever said you were trans or anything like that. You don't have to tell me. But in either case, I might not agree with your specific. Oh shit! I might not agree with your perspective on some things, but that doesn't mean that I don't like. I need to kick you out of every industry. You know what I mean? Oh, who's you, motherfucker? Anyway, let's get back to this video, or I'm going to take all night.
This new trailer was far more in line with, say, old school GTA games, and by that I mean it prominently features a male protagonist, showed the crime and splendor of Vice City, not to mention the new poster for the game is seen here, clearly shows that Jason, that's the guy that you play in the forefront of the poster, taking action, insinuating that he is the main character of this game and not Lucia. But I have a creeping suspicious feeling it's a diversion and Lucia, or Lucia, however you say her name, is the real main character myself.
Or maybe, in the first trailer, they showed Lucia more prominent. In the second trailer, they showed Jason more prominent. And you're going to be able to play both characters, similar to how they did GTA 5, right? Could that be the more likely possibility than we're waiting to fucking make the woman cuck the man?
But regardless, it's clear that Rockstar is changing how they're promoting this game based on what has happened.
By the way, Latino women are allowed to boss you around. That's just part of dating Latino women.
In the industry and the string of layoffs and losses, the entire thing has
no!
gone through from the flops and rejections of the industry.
I keep doing that.
Like Concord and more. And we're seeing this pivot back to this again and attractive women. Because that's the other thing I noticed about this.
It never went away, Andy. There were games that came out. Yeah, there was some shit going on in the AAA industry. But there have still been it. You just ignore those games and only go after the ones that don't.
New GTA trailer, which is that Rockstar ensures to show both Jason and Lucia looking attractive for both the male and female gamers alike. Because looking at how Jason and Lucia look in that trailer, they don't convey what I can only call was the industry standard for game characters from 2020 to 2024 Western-wise pretty much. Which was that before, you had gender-ambiguous blobs and people who looked neither fully male or female. Just go look at Concord or Dustborn again to see what I mean. But go take one look at Jason and you're like,
Dustborn is an indie title and not even comparative to what happens in the AAA industry. God, I hate that fucking game. Concord, while having a ton of super retarded woke shit in it, most people, including Indy, didn't even read half of the woke stuff that was in the game. I read a good bit of it. Had more problems than just what you would consider the woke shit in it. I mean, it's a case study in everything to do wrong with a company. The only two games they have one more. It's Veilguard. Veilguard they talk about.
yeah, that's a fit dude who looks like he can cause some damage. And then you go look at Lucia and you go, yeah, she's fit, she looks strong, she's good looking, she takes care of herself. She's kind of nothing like what the Western game industry's been pushing for a long time now at all, really. And I think that's all by design, mind you. They want to ensure there's as little road bumps as humanly possible between them and the people buying this game. Because anyone with half a brain can go look at the backlash other games have received and think, yeah, we probably should ensure we don't have anything like that happening to us. And look, if you want to make money, which GTA will no matter what, but if you want to make the absolute possible when this drops, you kind of got to ensure you don't alienate absolutely anybody when it comes to how you market this game. Because guys want strong male characters and attractive women, and yeah, one look at GTA.
I hate this fucking take, strong male characters and attractive women. That's not always the case. What we want is good games. I did play the game like 120 hours to the fullest. Even then, you can make really pretty girls. Oh, you're talking about in Veilguard? Yeah, I mean, to me, there are definite pain points, at least for me as a former anti-woker, that I can point to. Things that were shoehorned in. And my problem with Veilguard isn't the woke shit. My problem with Veilguard is how they changed the entire original game to make it that way. Nah, yeah, I've heard you could not engage with her. I still think it was very... To me, it's not the same as as like a gay character, right? A gay character in a game isn't preaching to me about being gay and how I should be good to gay, you know? Yeah, I think me and you already had that conversation on how it could be different. So, I mean, it's problems you have. Now, if you love a game, fucking play the game. I don't care, even if I have a different opinion, you know? All right, let's finish Indy before he...
in action working as intended. And if Rockstar is smart, which I think they are, they will lean further into that male-dominated forward action idea when promoting this game in the future.
Yeah, I like the well, so like in Inquisition, I think we already talked about, they had a not non-binary, it was a basically what would be considered a trans character for that age, or for that game system. You know, a female person who was hiding herself as a man to battle in the thing. I forget the guy's name. Yeah, 2014. So it can be done, but what they did is they made it very, very, I hate saying this because it's an anti-woker term, but they made it very, very modern, with modern language that didn't fit the original game. But anyway, we have talked about that.
Money and then some.
Grizzle.
Also, the website for GTA also got updated too, so now we have full names. The main guy is Jason Duval. Here's what the website says about him. Jason wants an easy life, but things just keep getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters and crooks. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best, working for local drug runners. It might be time to try something new. Smart, so they set him up with previous army experience, so it's believable that he can handle guns and fighting. That's a good idea. And here's the female character.
I don't think that's ever been a staple of GTA. Does he say anything else and then just
Bio next? Her name is Lucia Caminos, or Lucia Caminos. Anyway, here's what it says. Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. Life has been coming at her swinging ever since. Fighting for her family landed her in the Leonida Penitentiary. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson. Only smart moves from here. So they also smartly set her up to know how to fight, and she's been tough her whole life. Good idea too. And this is, if you ask me, it's a capable duo of characters, but Rockstar is being smart here, and they're not making Lucia ugly or man-like at all. Despite being tough, she's still in tune with her feminine side, as you can see in the trailer all throughout. You ask me, very, very smart of Rockstar to do that here. We also got what looks like Jason's guy in the chair to his Batman, who's named Cal Hampton, and his bio reads, what if everything on the internet was true? Jason's friend and a fellow associate of Brian's, Cal feels safest hanging at home, snooping on Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. So this is definitely your comic relief character. Again, smart. He also reminds you of Maddie Matheson, literally looks just like him too. Good idea again on Rockstar's part. There's other characters too from...
So the way they talk about games makes us look so childish. And it's my biggest thing. Yeah, I mean, it really is a childish thing about, like, I don't want this in my games, things like that. I think there is arguments about some things that come in there. But here lately I see, looks like you, Indy. Well, I mean, there is the meme of the basic white guy. Was it Baldur's Gate 3? That did the thing where they pulled all of the character information and then seen what was the most chosen and played character, and it was like a basic white dude. So I wish they could separate maybe badly modeled versus like intentional. Yeah, well, I mean, that's part of why it's called a grift, right? It's called a grift because a bad modeling is not the same as an ugly character, and an ugly character doesn't make a game bad necessarily.
From drug runners, a bank robber, gangsters, and would-be pop stars, but I won't show you all of them. You can just go look them up yourself if you want to. And also, for anyone wondering exactly what this is releasing on when it comes out, as seen here near the bottom of the website, it's confirmed on PS5 and Xbox, but no PC at release. Sorry. Yeah, I know. Just like previous times they've released their games, it's the same way again. Consoles first, and then PC in the future. This is actually worse in a way, not for PC, but the industry again. Because now they got to avoid not one, but two different release windows due to GTA 6 now. You're gonna have the console studios.
I don't know that I maybe but it's kind of been shown that while, you know, there are some sales, like especially like Square Enix and things like that, that people don't necessarily come back for the PC on it, or if the hype's already gone, people aren't as obvious, you know, as often to buy it. Let's see here, like Star Wars Outlaws, they never took account the voice actor mentioned. They wanted her not to be a one-to-one. Yeah, I mean, it happens over and over and over again. So Beyond K also isn't really that ugly. Bar badly taken, angles, pre-trailer, it legit touched her model up. Yeah, I agree. Well, and that's a lot of things. Usually the thing you see with these guys, and I think I'm done with Indy at this point. A lot of the things you see with these the anti-woke group is they take the worst possible character model. I mean, look what happened with The Witcher. It completely lost the mark. Well, that's pretty much GTA 6 news that I had. Oh, we did have one more. We do have one more. Let's go over here because I need to find my favorite person on the internet. So there is one person who is particularly angry, but I think he's more angry at himself. PC, yeah, it's Stranglers in a nutshell. There he is. Here's my boy. Let's bring him up. Good old Andypants Gaming. He had some things to say. Antiwoke is what? All right, here's his pretty much his first tweet about it. Andypants Gaming. Game is giving me gay vibes. Which one of these is not like the other? I mean, they're all strong male characters. I found out he used Ride to Redemption as peak masculinity. He's probably gonna wear one. Yeah. I mean, it's a scene, right? And he's like, which one of these is not masculine? Yeah, you're a good judge, Grizzle. Like, is there anyone here that you think is just like not masculine? One of the 3 worst games ever. I have never played Ride to Redemption, but I'll have to check it out. I've realized that he doesn't have, literally all the same. He doesn't have this. I don't know. He's not very good at doing games. Now, this is one where this is the tweet that confirmed that I think he's gay. So, when you look at this picture, what do you see? Like it's a taste in men? Yeah. Like, yeah, that's well, I mean, that's kind of what GTA has been. What I see, my first thing is, all right, this is a guy who's been working in the sun of Florida, and he's sweaty, right? Yeah, he's sweaty. But the first thing that came to Andypants' mind was that this dude was oiled up. And Italian dude. I liked it better when they used more Italians. Shit is gay. So I think this is my like confirmed post that Andypants is gay, and he probably has Grindr hidden on his on his account. And I don't know if he's still married, but I'm not going to say anything about his wife. But GTA 6 is likely going to be another story of a man getting cucked constantly by a woman. Guess the guy's never heard about Bonnie and Clyde type games or stories, woke sermons, pronouns, etc. Blah blah blah. Now, what's even funnier is like this is what he pointed out, but there was a whole scene of gay people in the trailer. I think it's an insecurity thing, you know. People have gotten so twisted about the strong woman idea because it did start back in the anti-woke days, right? It was actually, let me change this over to reading. Boom, there we go. That's a little bit better. There was the boss woman. There was all these women coming saying I don't need to live in a man's world. Blah 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 blah. You still see a lot of that today with some of the, there's the woman's side of it. I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no man. And then there's the yeah. They had the GTA 5. You got cucked literally. Yeah, he did. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, the tennis. Yes. Now I completely remember. Well, and the thing is there was gay characters in 5. There was gay characters in 4. Gay characters in 3. It's such a common trope. But Andypants, I don't think. I just, the more I hear him talk about games, the less I think he actually plays games. But his videos are pretty funny. This was an okay game. Like, this wasn't peak gaming at all. Fucking Army of Two. But, so there's that. I also have a Vera Dark one. Because I guess apparently they're banning teabagging. I might agree with her more on this, though. They gotta be because he's crazy. They cannot use the cuck argument anymore. Because of, yeah, true. We'll just start pulling up pictures of it. Oh, did they fix it? It was an accident? That's funny. That's funny. But you know what? They're not going to make a retraction to their statement. So we'll watch it. We'll see what they say. Come on now. Back to gaming, even though I've hardly gotten anywhere in this game. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I don't care about Hassan Piker. I'm so tired of hearing about Hassan Piker. Here we go. Yeah. I mean, they constantly go back to games.
Millions to billions.
Let's see what
Gamers would show us a shred of respect, yet they never do. They absolutely hate gamer culture and all of our jokes and all of our memes, and the state of modern gaming toss is a very bad one because apparently in Elder Scrolls Online, you can shoot people and you can cause harm.
Yeah, of course. I was just about to say it. Yeah, of course. Source Grums, who doesn't even show the full picture. It looks like he has it cut off, which may be to hide the guy who sent it, maybe. Or actually, let's go look. I'll go look afterwards. We're going to come back and look at TES Online and see if we see anything.
But you can't teabag them because...
What is TES, by the way? What game is that? I'm not, I can't get TES game. Oh, the Elder Scrolls. I should have known that, but for one reason or another, I can't remember any of those when it comes down. Okay, I'm gonna always reach out to you, Grizzle. You're my main man. Boom.
That's violent. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content, I encourage you to check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon.
Gay werewolves?
Membership. Now, if you are a gamer in any capacity, you probably know what the term teabagging is. It is a meme, it is a joke, and it is something that people will always do if there's any sort of jump button.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either. I never got into the Elder Scrolls Online. I wanted them to make the next Elder Scrolls, so we might have to look that up sometime.
People always find a way because it's funny, and that's all that it really is. Nobody thinks that they're legitimately causing harm to real living individuals on the other side of the screen, but apparently sensitive snowflakes at companies cannot take this anymore.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and looking into this. All right, Benzine, let me know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and preface this and predict that it's all going to be assumptions based on what's going on here. More than likely, it was the automated system that did this. And, Elder Scrolls Online fixed that situation, right? Let's Let's see.
They want things like teabagging banned. They want it to be against terms of service. And now people are getting bans for teabagging in the Elder Scrolls Online, which actually is not a new occurrence, but it is one that I think people should be more aware of nonetheless, because of course over the years companies have tried to find ways to silence people and to ban accounts whenever the heck they want. And this is just another way.
I don't know that they're trying to ban accounts. Guy got his ban lifted. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I would like to see what if TSA'd anything or who this guy is, so I could, you know, go see what he says about it. Yeah, salty motherfuckers doing that. I mean, it's a problem in every game, right? I can think back when I was playing League of Legends, people would just get pissed off about just about anything.
Way they're doing that. They say, oh, on the other side of the screen, there is a victim, and you should not cause harm to people that could be victims. So this is a post by Mark Kern, aka Grums, who said you can shoot people, but you can't teabag them because that's violent. Got a 72-hour ban in the Elder Scrolls Online for teabagging. Honestly, this is such a pathetic rule. This honestly feels like the result of a mass report, but regardless of that, I only did.
The guy went on his post. If you can you pop into my Discord and like send a link to it? Grums didn't respond to him. Oh, so he responded to Grums on it. Okay, we'll go look at that in a minute.
Dish out reciprocal bags to those who did it first, or if I'm just memeing around with friends. On top of that, they are supposed to ask you to stop, and continuing from there would result in your account being actioned, which did not happen, which is absolutely crazy that if someone's teabagging you, you have to say, oh, can you please stop teabagging me? We live in a world filled with sensitive snowflakes. The people that are
God, you're such a dumb bitch. There's always been people like this, right? There's always been people like this, even in the Modern Warfare 2 days where we were making fun of kids. The link is invalid. I'm almost certain that I looked for this link earlier today. And, oh, for my Discord it is? Shit. Hold on. I mean, right now there's only Mark and me and a couple of my friends who don't really come into it ever. So, all right, turn off. Bear with me. Here, I'll keep listening to this dumb bitch.
Never have been able to survive the Xbox Live days. Those are the days we need to bring back. That
Bitch, you don't know the Xbox Live days. You don't know the places we went through, the wars we had, the people we made fun of. But even then, like I said, there were people that would mass report you for stupid shit. Yeah, I'm down. I've actually said that I wouldn't mind playing some games on multiple things. I'll give you some server permissions too, so you can come into the main chat occasionally and chat. Where is Wargaming Dead Live? Disable. Settings. Not notification settings. Where are my server settings? There we go. Invites, not invites. Is it invites? Invite code. Create link. Settings. Grant temporary membership. Valid forever. Valid duration. Never. No limit. Copy link. Boom. There we go. That should get it. Anyone else who's in who wants to join, come on in and join. All right. Oh no! Uh-oh, my game just went black on me. No! There we go. He burdened me. Bye, bitch. Yeah, I'll definitely check out if anyone comes in to do anything nasty. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'm not good at that stuff, so I'm definitely not. I don't even know if I have it set up right. So we'll see. All right, back to Dum Dum. Boom, boom, boom. Also, if you see anything you want me to check out or anything like that, drop it in there too. I think I have a channel opened up that's like content one.
That's for sure. It says, though, which did not happen, will source dev post below. If and when I receive such messages, I have always replied, would have laughed, of course, but wouldn't have been a problem to do so. Even equating teabagging to physical harassment is absolutely wild. Really great way to water down what real world physical harassment looks like and is disingenuous. Now, this is a problem that we have with.
So this guy sounds pissed off, right? And we are going to go look at his tweet in a minute. He sounds pissed off. That was funny, though. Yeah. And he sounds like he's overgoing it, probably based off of one word in the actual ticket or whatever it is that he got for his ban.
Basically every.
At least they told him what his ban was. I know places that just ban you.
Platform's terms of service now is that anything could be construed as hatred or harassment. So when a company says, oh, we're going to ban harassment, that could mean anything to them. Is it me calling you a little bitch, or is it me saying even more than that? If I say, oh, you look stupid today, that could be taken by a sensitive snowflake as.
So I think she's overplaying it a little bit, but I do agree that there's a modicum of truth to this. The block generally is where it ends. Yeah. In most cases, you mute the person or you block a person or things like that come up. But I think like anything else that we see, there are small cases. Like there was that girl who got freaking dunked on by the internet because she made on her stream, she basically forced a lot of the hatred and stuff in, got into a fight with somebody, but then didn't show her context of it and claimed harassment, and the whole internet blew up on her. That wasn't like, people weren't like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that to a woman. Yeah, she was rightfully gone after. But I don't think it's as widespread as they think it is. Yeah, you can't say the N-word anymore. Rest in peace, calling a little 13-year-old the N-word. But for the most part, I think it's overblown.
Harassment, and it's so unfortunate that this is the case because we are talking about banter in a lot of cases, which shouldn't be grounds for a ban or a suspension of your account.
I enjoyed that, Grizzle. Don't you shush me.
In the Elder Scrolls Online, which I'll show in a minute. But here is the question reference to the ban. It says, greetings. This account is receiving a 72-hour suspension and final warning due to violating.
Okay. So it does look like this may be handwritten. We cannot allow teabagging or physical harassment as it is a direct violation of the following section. Why don't they have the following? Okay. Why don't they have that section set up?
The code of conduct, we cannot allow teabagging and physical harassment as it is in direct violation of the following section.
The only reason I didn't watch Andor is not because I didn't think I was going to like it. It just wasn't my type of Star Wars. But maybe I'll eventually watch it. We'll see what we can do.
Of our code or conduct. So they have teabagging mixed in with physical harassment, which is just insane to me because those are two wildly different things. Now, I have talked about this on the channel before, but I thought if you are an Elder Scrolls Online player and you didn't already know about this, you probably should. Now, I have never been an active ESO player. I had played it a long time ago, closer to release, and I just never really got into it. And well, seeing things like this make me glad that I didn't. So over the years, there have been a lot of different.
I feel like this is newish with me. Are you talking about Star Wars? Interestingly enough, this never popped up on the Reddit. Oh, are you talking about this specific case? I don't know.
Posts about this, just heading on over to a search so you can see all of the different dates here. 2022, clear rules on teabagging. In 2015, they had to address it because somebody got a warning for teabagging. Here's another post about it. Remember, you can't teabag in this game.
Okay, so it's been a thing forever, right? So it's been a thing since 2015, and this guy's crying that they followed the rules. Sure, I think it's sure, I think it's gay, right? And not your kind of gay, Grizzle, the straight kind of gay. But 3 times ever, right? Like, so how often is this upheld? How often is it brought to? If it has been upheld regularly and it's in their TOS, I don't know. Like, you know what to expect. Why cry when you get banned for something that's in their TOS? Yeah, super forgotten TOS thing. I can definitely see it being something like that, where it's just there was a time, and I mean there still is pretty much, like you saw it with Marathon talking about, how do I get up there? You know, not wanting to do what is it called? Not wanting to do the chat, right? I can't think of the word because I'm an old fucking man. And, you know, that's kind of a remnant of that time where they were really hard going after gamers for cursing and slurs and sexist remarks and things like that. So, it's probably he got hit by like one dude. and he's the one case in, I don't know, 10 years? 2022, so 3 years?
2016, tips and techniques for proper teabagging. The problem that these...
Yeah, if they... It's a good point. That is a super good point, Grizzle. If he was immediately unbanned, it sounds like it was a relic of... the old, it definitely leans to that thing that it was a relic of the old time, right? Someone higher up looked at it and goes, no, that's dumb. We don't care about that anymore. And unbanned him.
Moderators have in Elder Scrolls Online is that when you try to get people to...
And you can't say it's from Backlash because her video is the first time I had seen this and I thought it would be interesting to look at. So it's not a huge thing online.
To not do something, they're going to do it even more. Like, that's very important to point out. 2020, was it ever confirmed if teabagging is against TOS now? Unfortunately, it has been one of those things that you could randomly get banned for, or you might not get banned for. Their implementing of the rules when it comes to teabagging is very inconsistent. As with many things in game, context is very important. Yeah, guys, context is very important. Did he call you a little bitch and that's why you teabagged him? Because that would be proper. I mean, come on. It's just teabagging. It's using a singular button in a video game. It really is not that serious. And if the people are supposed to ask you to not do it and then you continue to do it, you still shouldn't have to worry about getting your account suspended, because people could also falsely report you. Like, it is very easy to abuse systems like this. Now, if I were the developers of this game and I was behind this title and on this team, I don't think I would really be worrying about people getting teabagged. I would be worried about my player numbers because they're not particularly great. I mean, right now on Steam is 16,000 people, and I know this game's been around for years and years and years, and the game originally came out in 2014, but it is an MMO, and they need to keep people around, though. 16K players.
Oh, God.
You're probably going to have to ban a lot.
Yeah, I mean, this game originally came out with a client, right? I don't know. It wasn't on Steam when it originally came out. It didn't come to Steam till much later, and it was one of like the first MMOs to actually get on Steam. Well, we got to use that Steam DB. That's the only source for if a game is succeeding or failing.
Of these gamers. There needs to be in-game a mass teabagging event, so they have to deal with banning thousands upon thousands of people at once. Yeah, guys, let's see how they uphold their rules then. But on this thread...
All right, yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to happen, you dumb bitch. I'm gonna pull up the Discord real quick, and then I'm gonna exit. Get out of here. Bucket list. Content links. Did you put it in general chat? Ah, here it is. Here it is. Pain in the axe. Here we go. Why doesn't he? Here's my problem. Like, I would like to. Maybe I'll go in it off camera and look at it and maybe post something about it. John jump scare. I don't even follow John anymore because he's just so fucking boring. And it seems like not a lot of people are really talking about him that much. I've seen a few things from the Antiwoke guy. Thanks for covering it, mate. Fuck you. Yes, I agree. It's a gay rule. It's a ridiculous rule. It's who this guy down here, Max Marvelous. It's a dumb rule, right? I think the wording physical harassment is being used in the wrong. Like, I get what they're trying to say with physical harassment. They're talking about you actively harassing somebody, which has been a problem in games, right? WoW, you could get banned all the time. Like, it was not uncommon for someone to get banned because they wouldn't stop following somebody and jumping around and trying to, you know, just annoy them. Yeah, and you can leave easily. So it's like, I think it's a dumb rule. It's kind of an old rule from time past, but it doesn't seem like it gets implemented all that much. There's not huge outrage over it. It's just, oh, look, this guy got banned for teabagging. Do I wish they would teabag or, you know, not have that rule? Sure. But I don't know. It seems like it's not that big a deal. Oh, look, there he is. Ban all TOS. That's fucking dumb. And we'd have no problems in gaming. It's always... Yeah, you're right. We'd have no problems. There is no general open world PvP. Only in Cordelia and the BG. So it's only in those sections, right? And, you know, I can say that to the guy who got banned, or I can say that to the person who reported him for the ban. Like, you could have just left, right? You didn't need to report the guy for teabagging you, and get your little fifis hurt. So.
On X, of course, people are really upset over this and just really disappointed that
they're really not.
Companies and the people that are behind certain studios have absolutely no respect for gamers and our jokes and our culture, because teabagging has been a thing for a very long time, and it shouldn't be seen as...
There's a teabag emote? Are you talking about in Elder Scrolls Online, or are you talking about chat?
Some like toxic, negative, or physical harassment act. Also, imagine being the player who cries to a GM about getting teabagged. Yeah, that's little...
Ooh, skipped over Della Rose. That's cold-blooded. There's one called Kiss, and when you slap your ass. Oh, God, Grizzle. I don't even remember what she was saying.
Or...
Why are you not playing?
Physical harassment act. Also, imagine being the player who cries to a GM about getting teabagged. Yeah, that's little bitch behavior. I'm not even
I can agree there.
crouching on an enemy. Next, they will outlaw bunny hopping because that's anti-something. Never found the need to do that kind of self-gratifying sense of superiority to other players. The kill was good enough for me, but to each their own. I hate this speech equals weapon equals money.
Okay, she's just, this is what they all do. They just read chat afterwards. So I am done with her. It's, yeah, it looks like it's an old relic. It looks like they already lifted it. It's not widespread. So, lose again, I guess. I gotta be careful doing this on X. Boop. Do we have another one? I had a couple others, but we may... No, I want to listen to this one because a lot of people don't like this guy, but I've had good interactions with him. Word of Paradise did a video on Kotaku that I think I'm going to agree with. How many? Yeah, this will probably be the last one we watch for today. Yeah, I mean, you're right. She's not wrong on that. It's outdated, but she's overblowing it at the same time, especially knowing that the guy came back and got everything fixed. Playlists. Last time they brought up ESO was a legit non-binary companion who just that, but the story was something completely just not related to it, which is what is more a fan of anyway. Yeah, I can see that. Well, like I looked it up the other day and I was kind of going through some old games. Like there's a wiki game that'll tell you all of the gay characters in games, but it also mentioned some characters. Do I not have that one of him? It also mentioned some of the characters that would be called non-binary in this day and age. And there's quite a few of them in gaming. I think trans, there's a little less in that. Like, to me, the old trans argument would be a woman trying to live as a man in a man's world in like medieval times. Okay. That's... we may watch a different one. I want to watch... We'll do... What time is it? No, that's going to take me like an hour. Okay, we may just call it here. It's one of the most famous ones because of the concept. He wants to be he, she, and everything. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking. Is it the Final Fantasy character, Virvik?
I guess you can get used to anything.
The thing is it was never anything that I noticed growing up. Oh, where are all these guys? So.
I don't have much.
Oh, Morrowind God. Yeah, okay. I loved Morrowind. But even then, I didn't pay much attention. Half blue, half yellow guy. Okay. Mr. Manshi? He's not from the olden days, though. That's a new non-binary god, Mr. Manshi. Oh, man. I don't know why I opened another soda.
9 let this happen.
Boop, boop, boop. So that's pretty much what I got today. I got a few other videos, but I think it'll pull me over my time that I want to do. And if y'all got anything else that you want me to cover, link it in the Discord, just like every other content or commentary creator in there. And I think I'm going to focus more on this style of stuff because I like doing it. This weekend I want to watch... Yes, yeah, I was going to play it for a minute. I want to watch the Pirate Software one because I just absolutely dislike Pirate Software. I hated them before Chud hated them. loathe that creature. I think there's very little that I dislike more than like a fake nice guy who... I've met people like him in the military that will tell wild tales. We had a guy in one of our units when we went overseas one time who got attached to us, who said he was in special forces and he did all this cool stuff and blah, 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 blah. Well, he was in special forces as like a cook. He didn't pass any of the courses needed or anything like that. He hadn't done anything cool. He just cooked for them. So, and that's how I feel pirate software is. Let me turn this up. Oh, I also have a new Wiggler on the way. So, that'll be a surprise when it comes in. Okay, let's go. What's happening here?
We lost the damn city. That's what happened. It was too much, too fast. We were overwhelmed. Couldn't even get it. People trapped in there. Some made it to the chapel, but others were just run down in the streets. And now we can't even get back into the city to help them. That damned Oblivion Gate blocking the way.
What we do now?
We can do. We'll try to hold our ground. That's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now.
Let's get out of here first. Oop. Let's turn some sound back up. There we go. When you say you confuse what I said, pirate software with Pirate Nation, or you just have done it in general? Because I have done that. Mm-hmm. Come here, bitch. Oh yeah. No, I just like pirate software. Pirate Nation is annoying too. What? Okay, here we go. Yeah, there's the WoW Classic drama, and then there's his recent Dr. K video kind of showed him for what he was. Yeah, I mean he's slop like Yorch's slop, right? Oh, who are you?
Thank the Nine. I never thought I'd see another friendly face. The others they were taken to the tower. Captain Matthias sent us in to try and close the gate. We were ambushed, trapped, and picked off. I managed to escape, but the others are strewn across the bridge. They took Minion off to the big tower. You've got to save him. I'm getting out of here.
Fine, Captain Marius needs your help.
Holding the barricade? I figured I was the last one left alive. All right, I'll try to get out of here and let the captain know what's going on.
Yep. I'll take it from here. Can I go this way? Guess I gotta find a way to open it. Ah, damn, this place looks so cool. Yeah, I guess I should expect them. I mean, yeah, what they did with it is crazy. I definitely want to see more from the company that went through and did this. Yeah. Frost, I wonder if they're weak against Frost, probably. That guy's having a rough day. Little sunburn. Oof. Nice try. Said I think they're doing MGS, but you're unsure. I know F3 was on the same dock back when the idea this was happening got revealed through the purchase. I know so many people want FMV. I mean, I think they're gonna make a. I think they're gonna make a lot more. I think they're gonna be given a lot more leeway. What do we got here? Gold. Fallout, yeah. Fallout 3 is what you're talking about. Fallout New Vegas. I don't know about them doing, but I know Fallout 3 is going to be a thing. Uh-oh. Why do I stink? One day I'll get all the acronyms right. but probably not if I've got you here, Grizzle, to tell them to me. I would like to see, the thing with Fallout 3 is I think there would actually have to be, ooh, who is that? Some gameplay changes? Oh, must be that guy. Like, I think they're gonna have to add in, what is that? They're gonna have to add in aiming, or like, I feel like they would need to, oh, who are you? Yeah, iron sights. Even though most people in the other games don't use, like, I don't believe a lot of players use iron sights. It's one of those things where you have to have it or gamers are going to complain about it. You know what I mean? It's what happened with Fallout 3. Even though the game sold well. Let's keep going this way. But other than that, I think they can make the game, if they do what they did with this, make the game 1-for-1, or almost 1-for-1, they'll... Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of years. I think the next decade is going to be very interesting for gaming. But I think we're about to see a new renaissance. Everyone else has this doomer mentality, but I just think we may have 1 or 2 more years, but just how this year has been, I'm thinking that we're going to have another golden age. I don't know why I keep looking at those guys knowing they have nothing. Yeah, I mean, we've got Sandfall Studios just made a banger. There's other AA's, AAA's. You've got Larian Studios that I have a lot of faith in. Hopefully, a lot of these companies stay independent. I think once they go corporate, I mean, I don't even think, it's proven over and over and over again, once they go corporate and it becomes about investors, then it goes terribly. Not necessarily woke, but slop. And I'm back here. Okay. DIV3? Yeah, too much corporate just hurt the teams so much. Yeah. Yeah. Well, once it's about investors, it's no longer about making a good game. You lose a lot of the creativity. Oh, Divinity. Oh, Divinity is such a good... Divinity 3. They said they're not making Divinity 3. It's a whole new IP. So... They're not... I think they're never touching... Yeah. I mean, we may get one eventually, but I think they want to try something new. And moving... I mean, it's pretty hard to deny. They have a masterpiece with Baldur's Gate 3, and that Divinity is man, it's a good game too. People said that there's like a rise in CRPGs and RPGs in general. I'm like, nah, man. Turn-based RPGs, oh man, they've been around forever. You just ain't part of the niche that's been playing them. As long as there's scalies, yep. Yep, my resident furry. Or no, my resident scaly. It's sad that they won't be working with D&D, probably ever, is my guess. Just because working for Wizard is... and Hasbro, it just sounds like... Oh, where are you? Come here, you little... Yeah, they very much are going through a thing right now. I don't think their plan to make a tabletop virtual sim is going the way they thought it would. And neither is the new edition. They also put a ton of emphasis on buying it digitally. And I'm sorry, D&D players tend to be paper pen guys. Oh. Where you at? Where you at? Don't run from me. Don't run from me. The narrative director for Destiny 2 is? That's interesting. Like one of the old hat Wizards of the Coast people? We're part of the used to be part of the new regime. Did I just do a complete circle? Oh, yeah. I remember seeing people complaining about her because she was part of that. Now I know who you're talking about. Now. She, Lord of the Blood Feast. Destiny 2 doesn't seem to be, well, I saw that you like the new Destiny 2 thing. I'm not much of a Destiny fan anymore. Allison Lurace. Yeah, I remember seeing that, them calling her woke and that it's all 1,300 hours in Destiny. Whew. I played some Destiny 1, and then I've never been great with MMOs. So I ended up bowing out of it pretty early. I need a key. Got it. Let's go find a key. Did I come from? No. Let's go down here. That's fair. I don't know that Destiny has been all that positive for... Was it Sony who bought them out though? Because it seems like a lot of the live service games that Destiny the Destiny team have looked at have been pretty much failures. There we go. Oh, repair hammer. Oh, did I only have one? Oops. We are back. It's over. Currently, it's we are back, and it's exciting. Yeah, I mean, I personally like seeing the Star Wars thing makes me cringe because I personally hate it. Why do I keep doing that? Go back in the door. I hated what became of Call of Duty with that. So seeing it in Destiny, it's like, oh god, now you're gonna see Nicki Minaj and all the others. But I guess they're doing like a whole campaigning for it. Yeah, they shouldn't have revealed it and just done it because everyone's going to complain. All right, so we got to go somewhere else. This isn't the right way. Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, I could see a Destiny story. This should be a different door going a different direction, right? Yeah. They explained it on stream fully. What did they say? Yeah, I think... So they said it's going to be a base story, but I don't think they should have revealed the skins. I think that's where people are having their predation, their problem with it. But what did they explain on stream? Where it's canon / following its own universe story, but it has been inspired by Star Wars. It's Star Wars inspired. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Destiny takes inspiration from a lot of games. Oh. Hey, bud. How are you doing? Oh. You...
Over here!
Boom. A Daedric Heart. There we go. There's a sigil key. Who are you?
Quickly, there's no time.
You're naked.
Get to the top of the large tower. The sigil keep, they call it. That's what keeps the Oblivion Gate open. Find the sigil stone, remove it, and the gate will close. Hurry! The keeper has the key. You must get the key.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Take the key, get to the sigil keep, and don't worry about...
Oh, you want me to just leave you? So, lightsabers were... They're not exclusive to Star Wars, right? People tend to not do it like Star Wars specifically because they get called out for it, but the idea of like a plasma sword or a laser sword or anything like that has been in sci-fi. I mean, it was probably coined by them. Anime has a lot. Yep, you're right. Let's go. Woo! So it's not like a exclusive to them thing, but of course everyone's going to make the reference. And I mean, they did have a Darth Vader skin. So yeah, they're doing it that way, but we'll see. We'll see how it does. Well, I probably won't see. I'm not a big Destiny guy, but you can tell me about it. Let's see here. Batch 2 of them. I mean, I understand why they're doing the skins. It's because couple of gold. It's because it's been popular in you know, other games, some of the most popular games out there. So yeah, I get why they're doing it. People love buying it up. One of my favorite streamers was talking about how much he likes the slop and he can't wait to dive back into Destiny and completely forget his streaming. But personally for me, it always, like when a game did it, it always took me out of the immersion that I get from the game, right? Blurring gaze. I can at least put those on so I'm wearing pants, since I've been not wearing pants this whole time. There we go. Ooh. First lift. Is it not this? The lift appears to be too damaged. 2 damaged or any further use. Hey man, I get it. My wife made fun of me. I was watching season 2 of The Mandalorian, and the last episode when Luke showed up, I was like, oh, I know that ship. Oh, wait. Look for the glove on his hand. Look for the glove on his hand. And then R2 showed up, and I was like, yes, it's R2. Let's go. And my wife was just absolutely. Dive into the criminal underworld, take down an evil empire, venture into a lawless frontier, and reveal deeper mysteries about New Dredgen and Soul. Build your power, credits, and notoriety. Okay, yeah, they're trying to take a different approach. You know what? Their content has been stagnant for so long that. Okay, how do I stop this thing? Come on. There's got to be something up here. Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. Oh yeah, the new movie. I know, we'll see. I wasn't too fond of the last trilogy. I thought the first one was okay. It was a lot of fan service, but I thought it was okay. It had its, points. But after that, it just... Oof. Should I get something maybe that can help me? That's food. That's stones. Found book. Got a lot of rings. Oh, it's probably going to be in magic, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Burning touch. Blurring gaze. Mando is great when he's just aura farming slop. Yeah, I think they walked themselves into a corner by giving him the Dark Blade. It was really never intended for him. If you watch the Clone Wars and stuff around the Clone Wars, it was always kind of pushing towards the idea of what's her face getting it, right? Yeah. And then they gave it to him, but it's like he's a buddy cop movie. He's not a Yeah, the symbolism and all that behind it. It put a lot of people on it. Yeah, I agree. He's not the guy that sits on the throne. Get out of here. I'm a little stronger than I probably should be for this area. Ooh, look at all that. And a Daedra Heart. Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I always wanted it to be, was him raising a little baby. Oh, are they doing a mall one? I guess they're going into his area before he, everything beforehand. They've already done kind of his full arc. So that'll be interesting to see. I like Maul as a character. My favorite scene so far in Star Wars altogether, and what I think is one of the greatest scenes, is he getting an apprentice too? So they'll be able to add that apprentice in to further shows. I see what they're doing. But my favorite scene was his final standoff with Obi-Wan. There's so much symbolism in just that one scene. Oh, it just brings it all together for me. It's the greatest fight scene in Star Wars, outside of Maul versus Obi-Wan and that. Yeah, his ending is absolutely art, 100%. So, and a lot of people hate on Filoni, but I think he's done good work with, not Filoni, no, it is Filoni, but he's done great where, like, the Clone Wars to me was wonderful. What he did bringing up Ahsoka, the Ahsoka TV show, I see where people have some problems. You have to know the rest of the content to know the Ahsoka show, but where did they go? Oh, there you are. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of George Lucas's prodigy. Yeah, I do. And I think they should have given... I feel like they didn't completely give him as much... I think they started, like, tightening him up as... Yeah, George trained him for years. I read an interview with him where he talked about how he got hired on. And it was just... you go through the normal interview process, and then he said he got to the end, and George asked him, like, a simple question about, like, what Star Wars is to him, and he just absolutely gloated over the whole thing, and that's when he knew he was going to get hired. Yeah, season 2 was written completely by him. Like I said, I think they should have given him... I think after the Clone Wars and after the success of the Mandalorian, Disney started pulling some of that old Disney magic and started, like, sweeping them in, because you can see kind of some of that, the problems that there were with Disney in there. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, I see. Abeloth, you talking about with, I don't know Abeloth from the stuff. Disney Plus Overload, yeah, Disney Plus Overload. Not quite there, so we need to go up a little bit more. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, I liked the idea of there's this kind of greater force that Thrawn is running from. And I like the guy who's like the Dark Jedi kind of deal. Not really a Sith. I will tell you one thing that I was kind of disappointed in. I know why they went that way. It was like the way it was guaranteed to go. But with Ezra being gone so long, I was kind of hoping when I saw him first fight that he was going to go with like a non-lightsaber approach and be like some kind of D&D monk with the Force. But I get why they did him building his master's lightsaber. Ezra only alluded to it. Yeah. I liked a lot of the Ahsoka show. Like I said, I think its biggest downfall, Ezra was the perfect cast too. Oh yeah, absolutely. The downfall I think of Ahsoka, or the reason I think a lot of people don't like it, is you have to already know all of Ahsoka's past. Yeah. One of my, like, something that kind of hit an emotion with me, which is kind of hard to do. Yeah, Rebels is an incredibly important series. And Ahsoka is incredibly important to that series as well. But I think a part that hit a note for me, absolutely, like, made me say, oh, was the flashback scene with oh man, why can't I remember basic names? It's on the tip of my tongue. Anakin. With Anakin, and like it shows her as a little kid in the middle of the war, and I'm like, oh yeah, she was a child soldier.
Basement hiding. It's possible. Or maybe she got...
I was like, oh yeah, she was basically raised in war.
Perhaps she's still in...
Yeah, literally 14. In the cartoons, you don't really see that in the same way you do when she's actually a little 14-year-old kid in that scene. I would call it like a very haunting moment. I've heard rumors, I don't remember if it was a rumor or not, that they may be doing a horror Star Wars movie or horror Star Wars show or something. That's what I was hoping Acolyte was going to be, was a look into the dark side of the Force, and it really wasn't. I like one of my favorite books in Legends, which I haven't read a whole bunch of them.
Are they angry with us?
Yeah, they needed 1-hour episodes, and I think they needed to focus more on the Sith as a whole, the dark side of the Force. Like, I don't know. It was kind of weird what they went with.
How let this happen? Are they angry with us?
One of my favorite books, though, was I don't remember what it was called, but it was about zombie stormtroopers and a zombie disease on an Imperial ship, and it's got Han Solo comes into it and things like that. Oh man, it was so good. I mean, it was super cheesy, I'm not gonna lie, but for a fan of horror, it was so good.
Thanks. Kvatch is safer for all of us now you've closed the gate. If you mean the priest, I don't think he made it out of the city. Very few of us did. But Savlian Matthias might know more. He's in charge of the city guard that are defending the camp.
You know, if they would have focused more on him, as like, I could have seen him being a main character, right? And taking, like, I don't think they needed to do the split force thing.
For yourself.
Let the girl play one character.
Out of the gate in the people who...
You know, if they would have focused...
Talking.
Oh, shut up, bitch. Yeah, I think there is a fascination that you could say there. There's pieces in there that you can pull strings at, but as a whole, the artwork is bad. Like, I was really hoping for a really dark, gritty, someone dealing with the dark side of the Force, all of that kind of stuff. And that's kind of not what we really got, but that's my...
Left.
Oh, there we go. I can sleep here. I think I'm going to level up real quick, and then we're going to call it a day. Or a night. The assassin arc. Yeah, It was very badly told. Like the assassin arc could have been, I don't know. A lot of things in there were very badly told. Yeah, I mean, from what I did watch of it, there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of strings. There's a lot of missed opportunities, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to go there. Boom. A lot of missed opportunities. We'll have to talk about it one day. Maybe I'll actually watch it in full.
Finished. There's nothing left.
Don't forget.
So, I don't agree with the thing that the combat scene was the greatest combat scene in ever, because if you look at other Star Wars shows, it's there's so much told in the story of fighting versus what I saw in that fight scene. I mean, it was cool and flashy, but it wasn't like the best fight scene I've ever said. So what we got is two groups making assumptions about each other leads to terrible things. Yeah, and I think that's a great story, and it's the Jedi, it takes the Jedi away from being this incredibly good force, which was done in, the Clone Wars era, the 1, 2, and 3. They did it because is the hubris of the Jedi that was what really caused their fall. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here with a blank screen all day, because you'll keep me up all night talking about this. Yeah, errors in judgment. So I'm going to call it here. I'm going to go lay down, and we will see you next time. Hope y'all enjoyed this. If you find more content, drop it off. I'll be always looking more. I like doing this hybrid, playing games and talking about just about anything. I think Friday we're going to start watching the Pirate Software. All right, good night.